break. I've got the latest one from Scott Stapp. That's next.
At Lowe's, pros save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 230 or more select James Hardie fiber cement siding panels. And there's more. Save an extra 5% every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details. U.S. only.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Streaming at HobbsAmerica.com and on the Eagle 100.5 app. Eagle 100.5.
It's a mystery where Old Spice finds its amazing scents like Himalayan sea salt, but I'm thrilled they have because no other body wash exfoliates and moisturizes 24/7 like Old Spice Gentleman's Himalayan sea salt body wash. Now, if only there was a mountain range separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau where I could hide my Old Spice and keep my family from stealing it, my impossibly smooth skin will finally be safe.
Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
Are you ready for some basketball? The #1 Hobbs Lady Eagle Hoops team is in action tonight as they head to the quarterfinals at the pit of the state basketball tournament in Albuquerque. The Lady Eagles take on La Cueva, a team that knocked them off earlier this year at the APS Metro tournament, so it's a revenge game tonight. You could get the action starting at 8 o'clock with the pregame show. The tip-off at 8:15 p.m. tonight on the radio at the Eagle 100.5, on the internet at HobbsAmerica.com, and on the YouTube Hobbs Sports Channel page. That's Hobbs Lady Eagle Hoops tonight at the state tournament in Albuquerque at 8 o'clock on your Noalmark broadcasting stations.
Lee County and West Texas Real Rock Station. All day, every day. Eagle 100.5.
We're back, so settle in for more rock on Loudwire Nights.
Here in just a few days, Scott Stapp is releasing his latest solo album called Higher Power. That comes out this Friday, man.
The rock world from every angle. This is Loudwire
and Hot Wings, weekday mornings. Real rock all day. I'll say it again. Eagle 100.5.
NMR Pipeline, the Lee County State Bank, TDS, Forest Tire Company, the First American Bank of Hobbs, and Devon Energy. From the pit in Albuquerque, the final game of day one of the 2024 NMAA State Basketball Tournament. And from the pit, here's Ty Friend and Dawn Morgan.
Well, Don, exciting contest going to be tonight here at the pit. I kind of call it the revenge game. Of course, La Cueva and the Hobbs Lady Eagles. You were there earlier this year when they played at the APS Metro in the semifinals, and La Cueva ends up getting a 3-point victory. But this is a more important game right now, a bigger tournament on the pit floor.
Oh, you bet. You know, and definitely they're going to want some. These two teams have history, and La Cueva won some, Hobbs won some, because La Cueva with that 57-54 win over the Lady Eagles on January 12th. Yeah, they proved that they can beat the Lady Eagles, but Lady Eagles beat them last year in the semifinals here, and that was just a 2-point victory, I believe. That was Yeah, that was very exciting. Came down to the wire. So these two teams definitely with some history, and it'll be really, really interesting to see them tonight. One of the reasons I think why La Cueva was able to beat Hobbs when they did, they really kept them from going inside. Hobbs had a kind of a cold shooting night. Hobbs couldn't get their perimeter shooting, but you know that's been a while. And it was during that tournament Jayla David also went out injured, and she had to rehab for a while, but she's back healthy. And the Lady Eagles, they definitely want revenge from that loss.
And the ironic thing about some of the teams at the APS Metro, of course, they lost to La Cueva. Hobbs did. La Cueva, though, is now ranked 8th in the seedings, but they beat Sandia by 15, and they're ranked 2nd. So
yeah,
it's kind of weird how that works. Of course, Farmington's the other team that's going to be in the semis that they won earlier today.
Yeah.
They beat the Lady Eagles as well earlier.
And it'll come down to Sandia and Farmington are on the other end of that bracket. Sandia has the only other record that's comparable to Hobbs at 26-3 on the season, and Hobbs is 25-3. Farmington is 26-4, and those two teams, if they come up against each other, they're going to have to knock. One of them's going to knock the other one off, and if Hobbs wins tonight and moves through, they'll end up facing one of those two teams.
And unfortunately for Hobbs in that game against La Cueva, Hobbs is actually leading through 3 quarters. It was the 4th quarter where La Cueva took the lead and got the victory, 21-12, outscoring the Lady Eagles. So that kind of was a mess there in the 4th. Hobbs is pretty much controlling most of that ball game, but it also knocked off a 15-game win streak for the Lady Eagles, so they got a bad taste in their mouth.
They sure do. They sure do. La Cueva was ended up. They were working the boards pretty well. They ended up with 31 rebounds in that game, and they don't have necessarily a really tall girl, but got several 5'8s. They're really physical, and they're able of playing that fast-paced game that Hobbs is famous for as well.
Yeah, definitely going to be a tough contest. And, of course, the big crowd should be here tonight. The Taskovich Band, hopefully you can hear in the background there. That kind of gives you some home flavor at this big gym.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Hobbs Lady Eagles, this team has a lot of experience on this court. It was this whole team basically played last year. And good news for Hobbs, the entire team almost will, if they come back next year, they're still a team they're young, so to speak. They've still got, sophomores, juniors on this team.
Now, in terms of the shooting game, Hobbs did manage to get 10 trays in that contest against the Cueva, even though it was a loss. Brent Hargrove had 4. The Sykes girl coming off the bench for 4, which is some good things to see when you got players that aren't starters jumping in there as well. Only 5 trays for La Cueva, but they didn't need them. They still got to win regardless. But really, they got to be watching out for that Love girl, Eva Love. She's averaging 16.6 points a ball game. Definitely one of their top scorers on the season. She had 25 against Lady Eagles. Also, Jordan Dyer had 19 points in that game. She was 6 of 7 from the free throw line and 6 rebounds. So it's Love and Dyer, the 1-2 combination there. Nobody else even close to double digits.
No. And Love, I mean, she's their all-around good player, ball handler. She leads in assists. She leads in steals. She leads in...
Hargrove had 12. Seisko she had back to last week, of course, Lady Eagles pretty much a romp there at Tascarina over Las Cruces.
Yeah, final score was 68-29 on Friday night to earn their way into this game here tonight. And whoever wins tonight is going to go on, and they're going to be playing again the next game, the next round. They're definitely going to be on. They play Volcano Vista. If they win tonight, they're going to play Volcano Vista on Friday afternoon at 1:15. And they've beaten Volcano Vista already this season in the Hobbs Holiday Tournament that you called. You called 2 of those games. We called one of those. And the Lady Eagles know they can beat Volcano Vista as well.
Yeah, don't remind me of the game 2 years ago where they hit that half-court shot almost in overtime. Exactly. They get beat overtime with that big shot. But, hey, that's not the same team as well. But looking at the game last week for this La Cueva squad, they got a double-digit win over Rio Rancho, 66-50. And guess who at the top of the leaderboard again? Jordan Dyer had 23. She's just a sophomore. You got to remember that, too. But Eva Love, 21. So those girls combined for 44 of the 66 points. They were 9 of 18 as a team from three-point range, 50%. Hobbs has got to keep a hand on their face, and they're going to start shooting like that again.
And they definitely do. And Hobbs has got to get their own perimeter game going and really get hot. But they also need to keep their inside game, fresh as well, and really post up Cunningham, David, and really get in there. La Cueva comes in this. I can't believe they're seeded number 7, and I think that's because they finished 4th in their district at 5-5 in district, but they're in that murder's row of a district because they're with Farmington, Piedra Vista, Sandia, El Dorado, and West Mesa. And 4 of those of the teams in that district are in the top 8 here in the state 5A. It's crazy.
That's why you get the seeding that you do when it comes to the Southeast teams having trouble sometimes matching up. Of course, Hobbs #1, so we're not complaining too much. Now, these two teams have had 9 common opponents this season: Centennial, Mayfield, Volcano Vista, Clovis, Cleveland, West Mesa, Sandia, and Farmington. Hobbs' record against those teams was 8-1. They only lost that one game. La Cueva 5-7. Hobbs averaged 66 points against those opponents. La Cueva only had 48, and Hobbs only allowed 39 points against each of those teams. La Cueva gave up 45. So offense and defense in the pocket of the Eagles, but this is a whole new ball game.
That's right. I mean, that's why you play them. That's why you don't just look at the stats on paper and say, hey, this team has it all over the other one. We don't need to play this. Let's go on. So on paper, it looks like the Lady Eagles are head and shoulders above La Cueva, and they know that they can beat them in their hearts, and that's what they're here to prove tonight. They want to prove it's not just on paper that they are dominant. They want to come in and prove it here in the pit where it counts, and then move on and eventually, defend their state title. They're looking to go back to back.
Talking to Coach Carper up there in the locker room a few minutes before we came down here, he was quite frank and honest about the situation. He says this is the best team that is heading towards the semifinals of La Cueva. He doesn't care about their 8th seed. The other team, Sandia, and they played already, Volcano Vista, but he says this one is the ugliest one that he could have matched up with. He's a little bit nervous about the team, but I noticed when they did play him last time, Hobbs doing a good job of penetrating to the baseline. They got the defense kind of squeezed into the paint, and then they shot the ball out to the three-point line and got some 10 three-pointers in that game. That was working well for them. The problem is they can't let Love and the Dyer girl get off to what they did in that game.
No, that's exactly. There's going to have to be a little bit of control going on. Going to have to definitely watch those two, and if they can contain those two, they get off to an early lead. I mean, that's where Hobbs really has it psychologically over other teams too. They get up on you, they stay up, and it's really hard to come back against them, especially with kind of a home atmosphere for Hobbs here. A lot of home fans, a lot of people from the school are here. The Taskovich is here, the cheer, and they should feel like there's a home away from home in this gym.
Don, I'm going to put you on the spot here for just a second. If there's one weak spot, maybe not weak, but something that Hobbs definitely has to shore up in this tournament, what is that to win the championship?
You know what? They have to be real careful at the free throw line, and sometimes, they can be a 50% or less team on that. So if this comes down to, physical play, which La Cueva, is pretty physical, then that could be some place that the pressure's going to be on. They have some girls who can really step up and come through, with pressure shots, but it's going to be incumbent to really have everything, their offense, defense, and to be able shooting well inside, outside, and at the line for free throw shooting. I mean, sometimes we see a lot of games that come down to that.
And boy, talk about a great season for Brett Clay. Again, all these girls have another season at least left on the team, but Brett Clay averaging 13.8 a contest, #1 in points, #1 in rebounds at 6.7, #1 in assists, 3 a game, and #1 tied for steals at 2.8 a contest. She's also shooting 35% from three-point range. I've seen games where she's fumbled the ball, but then she goes down to the other and gets a steal and heads back the other way.
Exactly. I mean, Hobbs transitions are so fast. They're so quick, and they're going to need them to be tonight against a team that's able through a lot of subbing to, stay up with them and the speed and the transitions from one end to the other. So, they're going to need that. Something Coach Carpenter talked about, too, after the game on Friday night was something I know he's very happy about. The Lady Eagles spent about 3 or 4 weeks where they played one game a week, and now they are hot. They're coming off of that great dominating win, 66-50 over, on Friday night. Actually, the 68-29 on Friday night. That was the La Cueva game over Rio Rancho. But they're coming in off hot, and they're coming here just a couple of days at rest, and I think they're going to be ready. He really likes for the Lady Eagles to stay hot and fresh and not have those long lagging times, and they're not. They should be here and ready.
Other girls are going to really be counted on in this tournament. Bryn Hargrove, of course, she's first in free throws at 77%, second in scoring at 10.8 a game, first in steals, tied with Clay, 2.8, and second in assists at 2.9. Definitely very important. Nakia Mojica averaging 10.4 a game, leads the team in three-point shooting, 42% a contest. Kendall Cunningham leads in blocks with close to 2 a game, rebounds second for 6.3, and again, just so many interchangeable parts. It's a feast for Coach Carpenter every single season. He just continues to reload. He's got these girls back next year.
And that's the key. I mean, his theory is, and he works, and this really serves Hobbs well, when they have somebody out like they did with Jayla for a while, with injury, with sickness. You know, his theory is next girl up. Okay, next. And he's got them ready. You know, they're ready to step in. So they're deep, and that's, I mean, this Hobbs Lady Eagle team is the definition of a deep team, when you can just, you know, switch out your players. When your second five is almost as strong as your starting five, that's a deep team. That's a really good team, and that's what you want to be. That's what you want to do, especially heading into an important game like tonight.
Well, we are deep in the pit right now here at UNM in Albuquerque. It's the quarterfinals of the 5A State Basketball Girls Tournament. Live, Ty Friend, and of course Don Morgan, TJ Miracle with us as well, and Edie back at the station. We're going to take a 1.5 90-second break here and come back and get you ready for the starters. Hobbs versus La Cueva live on the Eagle 100.5, HobbsAmerica.com, and on the YouTube Hobbs Sports page.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jow, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important 60.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
Welcome back to state basketball tournament time. Lady Eagle basketball from the pit in Albuquerque, and it's on Hobbs Sports YouTube. It's on Eagle 100.5 and HobbsAmerica.com. And with the call, it is Ty Friend along with yours truly, and of course TJ Miracle. And Ty, we now know the starters for both the team. Is that right?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and get those? Of course, you've been with these girls all season long, and they're not going to be any much different than what we've been seeing. Right?
Oh, no. This is the classic starting five for sure. For Hobbs, number 14, Brett Clay, 15, Nakaya Mojica, number 20, Bryn Hargrove, 22, Kendall Cunningham, and 23, Jayla David.
And for your La Cueva Bears, Eva Love, she is their top scorer on the season at 16.6. Tony Lucero, another starter for the Bears. She is averaging 7.4 a contest. Peyton Lobato, she's number 5. She comes in at 5.8 a game. Allie Lyle, number 14, she's averaging 1.8 a contest. And Jordan Dyer, second leading scorer at 16 points a game. Love is also the leader in assists, 2.7 a contest. Steals. 3.7. Dyer is first in or second in the assist category, second in steals with 3 a game, 2 assists a contest. I mean, that's a big time numbers for these girls. And then also she is first in rebounds as Dyer at 8.8 a game. Lots of different people for the in terms of Eva Love and Dyer to help out on their offense and defense.
Love also leaving in blocks at 0.6 per game.
And we'll take a quick timeout for the national anthem. Lady Eagle basketball continues in a moment.
Rent-A-Center is a proud supporter of the Hobbs Eagles in both athletics and academics. Being an Eagle fan for many years, the team at Rent-A-Center knows what it takes: hard work and dedication. For all of your furniture needs, visit your friends over at Rent-A-Center. They offer free delivery and no credit checks. Se hablan español. Let Rent-A-Center improve your home with a couple of pieces of furniture. And Rent-A-Center of Hobbs, 2404 North Grimes in the Albertsons Plaza, is locally owned and operated. Rent-A-Center supports the Hobbs Eagles and says, go fight, win.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Everyday specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Family Pack Sirloin Cut Pork Chops, $1.17 a pound. Family Pack Arm Roast, $3.77 a pound. Family Pack Split Fryer Breast, 97 cents a pound. Large Haas Avocados, 97 cents each. Food Club Gallon Milk, $2.97. Large Fancy Lemons, 3 for $1. Red Ripe Tomatoes, $1.47 a pound.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back to the pit for Lady Eagle basketball from the state tournament action on Eagle 100.5, HobbsAmerica.com, and Hobbs Sports YouTube. This is TJ Miracle, Don Morgan, Ty Friend, and don't forget our partners at New Mexico Broadcasters Association, very fine folks at the NBA who remind you to keep New Mexico roads safe. Don't be distracted with phone calls, texting, talking to passengers, or daydreaming. Many crashes occur when the driver is doing something other than driving. So drive safe, New Mexico, sponsored by NMDOT.
Hobbs Lady Eagles come in at 25-3, the number 1 seed. La Cueva at the number 8 seed at 20-9. Of course, La Cueva has a 1-0 series advantage at this point. Comparison of the teams in the stats here so far this season. Hobbs shooting 46% from the field. La Cueva at 36%. Eagles are 33% at the three-point line, and La Cueva at 25%. Hobbs is beating them in both of those categories. Free throws at 66% for the Lady Eagles, 59% for La Cueva, beating them in that category too. Turnovers, Hobbs with only 11.8 a game, and the La Cueva squad with 14, beating them in that category too. I would really like to look at that stat though, Don, and steals. Actually, La Cueva's averaging 15 steals a game, which is more than their turnovers. It's always a good sign for a defense.
It is. You know, Hobbs really creates an offense out of their defense with this, such tight defense. They force turnovers, they force steals. The key, though, is making points off of those turnovers, and Hobbs really tries to do that, and that's where they can really get a lot of advantage over another team really quickly in a game.
La Cueva wearing their navy blue uniforms, white numbers. Hobbs in their home whites with the black numbers and gold trim, and getting ready for the jump. Here we go. It's Jayla Davids, 5'10". And it looks like she has a little bit of a size advantage against the Cueva Bears at this point. That's Eva Love at 5'8", so about 2 inches difference there. If you want to get technical. Tip is hit up a second time by David and kind of a volleyball punch picked up by La Cueva in the front court. It's Tony Lucero. Back to the timeline with the push to Lobato. She drives around the left side perimeter, hands it off to Dyer. Dyer flicks it over to the right wing. 3 on the way for Lucero off the back of the rim. Pulled down, though, by Lobato at the free throw line. Kicks it to the left side, to Love, to the baseline, to the left corner. Lyle throws a 3 off the back of the rim. Pulled down for the Lady Eagles. On the left block by Brett Clay. She'll bring the dribble up across the timeline. To the right wing, setting up the offense. Spins, goes back to the top of the circle. She is guarded by Eva Love. Slides back to the time stripe to the left corner to Mojica. Fires up an 18-footer off the front of the iron, no good. Loose at the free throw line and pulled down by Eva Love, their top scorer. She'll take the dribble herself across the timeline to the top of the circle. Sends it off to the left wing. Thought about a 3 to Lobato. Decides to dribble through her legs and back it out on the near sideline. Stop and go to the left corner. Hand off to the corner and lost the ball for a second. Zigs it back up top, though. 3 on the way. Air ball from WNBA distance for Love. That's what you want to see. Air ball, Don.
Well, yeah, and the Hobbs fans and faithful definitely liking that. Give it to Hobbs, and now off of the turnover, a chance to go ahead and get on the board. We're scoreless.
Here comes across the timeline for the Lady Eagles. Brett Clay on the right wing as she flicks it off to Hargrove. Sends it back deep to Cunningham. To the left wing with a big jump stop. Hands behind to Mojica left side. Dribbles up top. Shot put pass to Hargrove on the right wing. Hand off to Clay in the right wing. Back to the right corner. Shot on the way for Hargrove for three. Bounce around the rim a couple times. No good. One and done. A rebound underneath by Tony Lucero. The little guard gets in between Lady Eagles underneath the basket.
Yeah, sneaks in for that rebound for that board. 3 rebounds now for La Cueva.
Tony Lucero in the front court, little passing yo-yo game to Lobato, top of the circle, comes around the right side of the paint, tries to go up a shot, and there is Hargrove, or actually Cunningham, to swat the ball. She's been doing a great job, averaging about 3 blocks a game. That time, they're going to call her with the body, and unfortunately going to put La Cueva on the line for the first time.
Yeah, unfortunately, and you know, most of the time, Kendall is able to get a clean block on that, but sometimes, you know, you make the omelet, you break some eggs.
That's going to be a couple of free throws for Peyton Lobato. Comes in at 67% on the season. Nails her first free throw. The team just 59, so worse than the Lady Eagles, but she makes that first one.
And interesting, the first score of the game comes from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, got to be careful about that. 1-0 the score, 6:18 left first quarter here in the quarterfinals at the pit. Second shot for Lobato is up and a swish again. She got both of them. 2-0 Bears. Quick inbound for the Lady Eagles to Hargrove. She'll bring it across the timeline. Handing it off to Clay. On the far left side, dribbling through her legs, challenging Love to come out on her. Comes around the right circle, spins and gives it out right wing to Hargrove. Up top to Cunningham, nice jab step, drives left block, fakes the shot, and then double clutches it off the left glass over 2 defenders, way scouring over him that time.
Really nice work in the paint. Good hustle by Kendall.
2-2 score now. We are tied up here in the first, and we got a stoppage of action here. Oop, we got a knock in the mouth of the Lady Eagles. Got shot in the mouth.
Mojica, yeah.
Oh, her.
In this, and the Hobbs Lady Eagles, I mean, this is an both history. This way, Cueva want this one back, and, you know, I think we're in for it tonight.
Of course, last year, as we remember, one player was down in the championship game because of a big scuffle before then in the semifinals. Hobbs still wins the championship.
Hobbs without Cunningham. They won that game.
Inbound into the half court to Lobato, sends it across left wing to Lucero. Dumps it down left corner. Love drives the baseline, kicks it to the left elbow. Pivoting is Dyer. Lost the ball. She dribbled out of action there at the free throw line. And we got a big tumble up at top of the circle. Diving on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Brent Hargrove gets the jump. And that'll go as a turnover for La Cueva. Hobbs basketball on the arrow.
Yeah, it was a good job of Hargrove. Man, she laid on the ground and held onto that for dear life. Forced that jump ball.
First turnover of the game for either team now, and slowing it up after the inbound is Clay. Sends it across to Cunningham. We'll be checking out Mojica's status here in just a second. Cunningham gets the screen up top from David. Kicks it back to the left wing to Hargrove. Few dribbles for her. Slings it to the right side. Cross pass to Seiss. Her three on the way off the back of the rim. Challenge for the rebound. Tipped around 3 or 4 times. And La Cueva comes up with it a deep right corner by Love, her second board. Outlet to the time stripe to Lobato, who'll bring it across. Sends it back to Love on the right wing. Couple of dribbles. Gets dumped with tries for a shot and gets ripped by Cunningham. They're going to say it was out on Cunningham and almost got a foul call there, but she pulled her hand back at the right time.
Yeah, I think he actually called, jump ball. Yeah,
he called a block on the ball, but it was close. He could have got a foul on that too.
Yeah.
Inbound to the right wing to Love. Sends it down to the right corner. 3 on the way for Lobato and nails it. She's got all 5 of the La Cueva points now on a tray there. 5-2 is the score in favor of La Cueva. Into the front court comes the Lady Eagles. Hargrove to the right wing to David. Takes a few dribbles up the near right sideline. Gives the handoff to Seiss. Seiss is getting a big body thrown at her by Dyer. No call on that one. Pass up top's deflected. Tried to be chased down to half court by Clay. She comes up with it. Goes through 2 defenders on the dribble to Cunningham. Wide open free throw line. Rolls around the rim and good on the J. Boy, she did have a lid to close down on that ball to put it through.
And a good job to see her that she was open. Didn't have anybody in front of her, and she took it immediately. No hesitation.
Cunningham has all the Lady Eagles points. Lobato all of the Bears. It is 5-4 La Cueva. Into the front court and getting knocked to the floor off the dribble far right sideline is Lobato. Another Hobbs foul as they get that one against Nakia Mojica. But did she come back? No, he said 15. Who's the 15 out there?
I was going to say that.
Mojica came off 15.
Yeah, she hasn't gone back in yet. But
they actually called that on number 14, Brett Clay.
Brett Clay, her second team foul on the Lady Eagles. The 2-foul count now 2-0 in favor of La Cueva, and it's their basketball.
Fresh legs in for Hobbs. Armitage, Cepeda in, and Moniz.
Yeah, a lot of people getting some action early in this game. Lucero gets it to the left corner. Shot for Love is an air ball over the rim. She's having some trouble shoot from the outside, but I think Hobbs might have touched it underneath the hoop.
Jayla David was skying, trying to go for the rebound, but just couldn't hang on to it. Goes out.
Boy, Love loves to shoot those trays, but has not hit rim yet. Baseline left side, Lobato for LaCueva. Gets it in the right wing to Lyle. Up top to Love. To the left corner. 3 on the way again for Lobato. This one clinks the rim, no good. Chased down, though, in the right corner by Dyer. She pivots, hands off behind to Love in the corner right. Double team against her for the Lady Eagles. Pass to the right wing. Picked up by Dyer. Dyer hands off to Love. Drives the middle of the paint. Kick out left side. 3 on the way for Lucero. Off the side of the iron, no good. Rebound for the Lady Eagles. Right off the bench for a board. That's Kaislyn Munoz as she drives into the front court. Sends it up top to Cunningham. Faces hoop. Drives the left elbow. Kick out to the left side to Armitage. Drives the lane. A runner on the way off the back of the iron. Trying to get a rebound, and she crashes hard with Allie Lyle on that right block. A lot of physicality, Don.
Yeah, but absolutely a good job by Armitage to reach out and get a hand on that ball to force the jump ball, and this time it goes white.
Armitage comes in averaging 6.1 points a game, 2.4 rebounds. The arrow is white, as you said. Hobbs basketball on the right baseline. They trail 5-2. Inbound and a fadeaway for David on the right block. Little semi-hook there and gets hipped into it, a foul.
Yeah, she got hip-checked hard, and enough that it bounced her away.
That's going to be a foul against LaCueva. That will be Ava Goreshi. That was her first time on the court and gets the foul quickly. And that'll bring Jayla David to the charity stripe for her first free throws and for the team as well. First shot's off the back of the rim, though, no good. She comes in shooting 61% on the season.
You know, you asked earlier what I thought the weak point for the Hobbs team was. I'll ask you the question. What do you think the weakest part of their very strong game is?
Well, fourth quarter, they got to close the deal. I mean, you can be up by a few points, but you got to extend that lead. Second free throw missed by David, and a rebound on the left side block, pulled down by Dyer, her second board. Outlet to the time stripe, Love sends it to the left wing to Dyer. Dyer drives the lane, triple team, gets her shot blocked by David in between 3 defenders. It goes out of bounds. Don't force shots against the bigs of the Hobbs Lady Eagles.
Oh, definitely, and it's going to be Armitage who will inbound as the Lady Eagles do get a shot at possession here. They have not, I think they have not taken as many shots, many attempts, and had as many looks at the basket as LaCueva for sure.
Cueva matching up man-to-man now as Hobbs comes across as the pass across for Cepeda checked in. Sends it over to the left wing to Munoz. Munoz looking for help, coming back to get it is a very aggressive play. Dumps it in the paint to Cunningham between 2 defenders. She gets held. A couple of girls on top of her, Lobato and Dyer that time. It will be Dyer getting her first personal, second team foul, so both teams with 2 now. No shot on that one, so it will be Hobbs basketball on the left baseline. Cepeda inbounds. Throws it back deep to Cunningham, gets rammed into. The ball rolls out on the left base sideline. Boy, there should have been a foul. She got sandwiched by a couple players. Circle, left side, stop and go. Drop the free throw line. Over to Cunningham, right corner. Trey off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound for the Bears. In transition is Dyer, her third board, coming from the right block. Into the front court. Returns to the top of the circle by Lobato. Lobato will hand it off on the left side to the dribble to Dyer, to the free throw line, up top to Love. Fumbles it, comes down the lane. Reverse slam rejected in midair by Brett Clay.
Nice block.
Pulled down by Cunningham on the rebound. Sends it up to a breaking Armitage on the layup on the right side. Armitage puts down her first bucket, and the Lady Eagles have their first lead at 6-5.
And a nice assist by Brett Clay on that.
Half-court pass is loose up the near left sideline, rolls out of bounds, and a great defensive play by Brett Clay to get in the shorts of Eva Love. Love getting close to a tech. She screamed at the official that her defender Clay was too close to her.
And David comes in while Cunningham goes out for the Lady Eagles. Also, Manice comes out, and Hargrove goes back in.
And just a quick heads up, it looks like Mojica is back on. She's back in the game. She just checked back in.
It looked like she might have needed stitches on that one.
Wow.
2 turnovers for LaCueva, none for the Lady Eagles, who have the 1-point lead, 6-5 here in the first, 2:04 remaining. Quarterfinals of the pitch. Shot from the right wing on the way for Hargrove and a tray.
Beautiful.
First tray of the ball game for the Lady Eagles as they extend their lead to 4.
Yeah, Lovato's got a tray for LaCueva. The teams are even in that department so far.
Pass the half court to Goreshi into the front court. Sends it back to the timeline to Love. We're going to slow it down against a 2-1-2 zone now. Top of the circle. Crossover stripped. Lady Eagles diving on the floor for it. Armitage picked up for the Lady Eagles by Hargrove. Goes down the lane. Backdoor pass and a layup going in for play on the right side. Defense is starting to turn the screws, Don.
Yeah, this time a nice assist with Armitage and Hargrove on that.
And we got a timeout of the backcourt. It's Coach Kogan wanting to talk to the LaCueva Bears, TJ.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. Hobbs Lady Eagles State Tournament basketball continues on Eagle 100.5. Did you know Hydrotech Services was the first hydro excavation company in New Mexico and West Texas and has been in business for over 20 plus years? Hydrotech Services employs residents from Hobbs and supports the youth of the community. Hydrotech is now hiring CDL drivers and swampers. Starting pay for CDL drivers $26 per hour, plus insurance benefits and a sign-on bonus. For more information, call 393-4653. Hydrotech Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Welcome back to the pit for Lady Eagle basketball from state tournament action on Eagle 100.5, Hobbs Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. And with the call, here's TJ Miracle and Ty Friend and Don Morgan. I got a reverse order on the bench here. Sorry, Ty.
Sandwiched by two guys tonight.
I'm sorry, I know. I'm in the minority area.
Lady Eagles up here in this one, 11-5. Their biggest lead is 6 here in the first quarter. They had 4 scorers. La Cueva only 1 score. Lobato with all 5 of their points. La Cueva basketball after their timeout. The dribble by Love on the right wing. Goes it behind her, and picking up the pass is Lyle. To the top of the circle off the dribble. Gets it behind to Lobato near the timeline on the left wing with a screen from Lyle. Dump to the left corner. Jab step. Driving the left baseline. Dyer to the rack. Misses a little lefty push shot. Missed off the left side and pulled down for the Lady Eagles.
Jayla David with the rebound. Goes to the floor.
And gives it ahead to Armitage. Down to the right corner. A 3 on the way. Off the front of the rim. No good for Mojica. Loose on the baseline. Picked up for La Cueva by Dyer. Her 4th rebound of the contest. And some trouble with the passing in the backcourt. Looks like Hobbs might have slapped on an arm here. Yeah. Might have picked up a foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to call it on Hargrove as she was kind of in between, and they were trying to bounce pass right underneath the Hobbs basket.
3 team fouls to Lady Eagles, 2 for La Cueva. Now the full court pressure trap defense for Hobbs. A 2-2-1 extended full court trap. La Cueva got to go to their bench and get some new players out on the court. Still, the Lady Eagles having the 11-5 lead, up by 6. The inbound comes in on the right far side to Love. Cross court left over the head of Tony Lucero. Almost got it to Coach Kogan on the sideline. That is the 3rd La Cueva turnover.
And with 44.7 seconds left on the clock in the first, this has been high-flying, fast action.
Nakia Mojica, who had the big shot in the face, either the nose or the top of the lip, is back in. She gets a pass up top to David. Armitage comes, gets the ball on the right wing, holds it for a second and backs out. Gets some tough pressure from Kiana Romero. Over to left wing to Hargrove. To the left side again to Mojica. She drives a few dribbles and then kicks it back left corner to Hargrove. She'll come out of the pressure and send it back up top to Clay. With the right hand down through 3 defenders. A runner shot on the way off the back of the rim. Underneath the hoop is Eva Love. Hobbs not getting a lot of offensive rebounds.
No, they're not. No second looks. And the rebounds by La Cueva keeping them out.
In the front court, Romero fumbling the basketball, trying to dribble down the left baseline through 2 defenders. And look who's taking a somersault with her. Brett Clay to get hands on the basketball. Go back to La Cueva, but they're having to earn every single retention of the ball.
We talked about how physical that this team La Cueva can be. Hobbs is matching that, and yeah, we're seeing gymnastics out on the floor tonight.
Don, what about all this subbing pattern? There's 3 more players back in for Hobbs.
Absolutely, and Coach Carpenter does sub pretty frequently, especially in important games like this. But yeah, both teams are really subbing frequently.
Brett Hargrove went and took a seat on the bench. There was only 4 players out. She had to chase herself back out on the court. 3 on the way from La Cueva off the inbound, an air ball at the top of the circle by Lucero, pulled down by Hargrove, who was on the bench just a second ago, her firstborn, and that will end the first quarter clock. The Hobbs Eagles were down early, but they've come back big towards the end of the first, up 11-5 over La Cueva.
We'll be back in 1 minute as Lady Eagles State Tournament basketball continues on KEJL Humble City Hobbs.
The Coffee House offers a complete menu of coffee, teas, frappes, smoothies, specialty drinks, and so much more. Look them up on Instagram under the Coffee House to see all the great specials and a complete menu. And remember, you can skip the line by ordering online. It's fast and easy. Open Monday through Saturday. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics.
SunGuard Precision is your one-stop shop for all your window tint and accessories. When you want a job done right the first time, you trust the professionals.
Eagle 100.5.
Up 11-5 as we start the second quarter. They already had 5 scores in the game for Hobbs, 4 for Cunningham, 3 for Hargrove on the tray. Pair of twos for Armitage and Clay. Only one score for La Cueva. That's 5 points for Peyton Lobato. She's not even the top scorer on this team throughout the season. Love and Dyer, 0 through the first quarter.
Wow.
Unbelievable D by your Hobbs Lady Eagles wanting to go to the championship. Driving the lane after the inbound is Hargrove. Kick out left to Cunningham. Spins around her defender. Shot from the left elbow. Off the back of the rim. We got a big body slam down to the ground. Everybody going after it. Still loose on the near right sideline. Cunningham gets thrown to the floor.
Wow.
On her face hits the floor hard, or maybe a body part did, but that's a second mouth shot, and now a technical. Yeah. Hobbs getting it very mad. It might have been Hargrove, was trying to defend her teammate. Got to get themselves cooled down just a little bit. Refs are going to call everybody together and talk about it.
That's right. And as a ref, somebody who refs, when in the situation when you've got bodies flying and you've got tensions high, what do you do as a ref?
Well, the last couple seasons, the big push has been to not let girls dive into piles. They're going to get a foul on that, but there was no body contact. They just hit the floor.
Yeah.
I think somebody's arm kind of came out and got Cunningham, and she doesn't like to get hit in the mouth. We saw that last year.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anybody likes to get hit hard with an elbow or a fist to the mouth, anybody, but especially not in this situation. Yeah, we'll see what the ref says.
Don't you love having him right in your face to tell you what number the foul's on? It looks like Hargrove, but you saw Cunningham after the tech was called. I don't think there was a foul on that.
Right, but there is a technical.
They might have called a tech and a foul on her because two different refs came and signaled 20, so that means that might be two on her.
Two on her, okay.
I don't know how you can call the foul, though. There was just a big cluster of people on the floor.
Exactly. There were 3 girls on the floor and a fight for the ball, and the ball was popping out everybody.
I think what he did was he signaled La Cueva with the foul on Ava Love.
Okay.
And then the technical on Bryn Hargrove.
Okay.
So one apiece.
They wash out, but the tech is actually going to be worse. That will give 2 free throws for La Cueva and the basketball, so that's a problem.
And Hargrove had 1 foul on her, so now she's got 2.
Right. So, boy.
And we're still at 11-5.
Yep, 7:34 left, second quarter. Quarterfinals from the pit here at UNM Albuquerque. Ty Friend with you, Don Morgan, TJ Miracle, Evie Stuber back at the station, and that will put La Cueva on the line for the tech shots. Tony Lucero, La Cueva 2 for 2 from the charity stripe so far. Hobbs 0 for 2. Coach Carpenter is having a big earful for the official right now. Just was wondering why they called the foul on Hargrove, or why they called the technical on Hargrove, but first the free throws off the back of the rim. So Lucero goes 0 for 1. She gets 1 more on the tech, and Coach Carpenter not a happy camper.
Oh, no, not at all. But, he's going to sit down short of getting teed up himself.
Second shot good for Lucero. They're now 3 of 4 from the line, 75%. And checking in, Aliana Armitage as she's back on, as Hargrove will take a seat, trying to get her head
cool
back
down
in the action.
Sure, cool down, get refocused. 11-5, 11-6 now your score, Hobbs, with a 5-point lead. 7:34 left to play in the second quarter.
Top rebounders for La Cueva, 4 for Dyer, 3 for Love, and for your Hobbs Lady Eagles, a bunch of people with 1 each. La Cueva basketball on the right wing is Lyle. Armitage almost gets a tie up there. A call-off ball on the free throw line. They're going to say a hold at the free throw stripe by the Lady Eagles.
Wow.
Official from the baseline came running out that time and got Brett Clay with her second. I don't like the foul situation right now, Don. 2 for Clay, 2 for Hargrove now.
That's very costly. But again, we've talked about how deep the girls' team is, that they may be put to the test with that if enough girls get into foul trouble early on.
Yeah, once again, the top 2 scores for La Cueva have yet to put any points in the bucket yet.
They got rebounds all over the place, though.
Top of the arc, Lobato gets it, kicks over to right wing, jab step for Dyer, return to Lobato, top of the circle. Over to Dyer once again, drives right baseline, double team with Cunningham and David, sends it back to the right wing to Lobato. Gets the ball stripped by Armitage, rolls to the timeline, almost a backcourt, but saves. Returns up top to Dyer, drives the lane with a big stop at the free throw line. Kick out right wing to Love. Does not shoot a 3 this time. She's been airballing him. Back to the timeline to Lobato. Tough pressure being applied by Mahuika. Over to right wing, pass to Kyle. Back up top to Dyer. Hobbs really on top of their players at this point. Unloads to Lobato in the left wing. Sliding over to defender for the Lady Eagles is Mojica. Sends it down to the left corner to Love. Correction, that is Lyle. Lyle dumps it down to the left corner behind her to Lobato. Lobato with the pivot. Looking for help. Good pressure by the Lady Eagles. Brett Clay. Handoff behind her left corner to Love. Goes baseline. Kick it up top to Dyer. Shot from the free throw line off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound Love. Goes back up on the right block and off the glass for 2. So Love
with their first bucket and fourth rebound here in the first half. It's 11-8 Hobbs by the tray.
Great defense by the Hobbs ladies, but eventually it breaks down, shows a hole, and La Cueva takes advantage of it.
Armitage underhands it in the front court, right wing to Mojica, drives the paint, backdoor bouncer. There is big Lady Cunningham with two hands off the glass, goes it up strong and gets her 6th point to lead the Lady Eagles.
3 baskets for Cunningham, all in close. Nice work.
13-8, quick passing for La Cueva as they get into the front court against the trap. Lyle on the right wing, backs it out to the timeline near the Lobo. Pass deep to Lobato, still on the left side with the jab step, guarded closely by Mojica. Kicks it down to the left block to Lucero. Back over to left wing to Lobato for 3 off the back of the rim. They just can't hit him. Long rebound to the far left sideline for Armitage, her first. Gets knocked down from behind. 3 defenders on her. She comes across the timeline. They called the jump ball, but it seemed like somebody got a body on her first.
Yeah, it seems like she really got bumped into. But end of the day, she's on the court, and it's going to be La Cueva ball, I do believe.
We got platoon subbing for both coaches too.
Absolutely, yeah. As size is not in. David Cunningham, Mojica, Armitage, and Clay.
New point guard back on the court. Kiana Romero saw her in the first quarter. Sends over to left wing, front court to Dyer. With the lefty dribble, cross over to the free throw line. Sails it down to the right corner. Lobato fires a 3. This one off the back of the rim again. Pulled down by the Lady Eagles on the right, blocked by Clay. Her second. Quick dribble up far left sideline. Bobbles it for just a second, gets her composure back, almost a carry on that one. Bounce pass to the right wing to Mojica. Holds the ball for a second, guarded by Lucero closely. Crossover move, right baseline.
Ooh, no look pass.
Over to Mojica, left wing. Down low to Cunningham, shot for the left baseline, hits the side of the backboard, but she got swatted at by Lucero, who hits her arm, and a foul.
Yeah, and she's usually pretty reliable at the free throw line. By the way, it is 13-8. Hobbs with the 5-point lead here with 5 minutes and 1 second on the clock before halftime.
Lucero with her first personal. That's the first team foul here in the second quarter. And the free throw is up and good as Cunningham nails it. That was the first free throw made by the Lady Eagles, who are 1 of 3 from the charity stripe, but extend the lead to 6.
And she has, more scores, more points in the book by far than anybody. 7 points so far, a chance to make it 8.
Free throw on the second one off the front of the rim. Rebound, though, pulled down by Armitage on the near sideline.
Her second board.
Yeah, very ferocious to get that ball. Gives it up top for the Lady Eagles to Clay. She'll hold the ball for a second and bring out the defense to the left corner to Mojica. Up top to Armitage, fakes a 3, spins at the right elbow. Kick over to left side to Clay, fires up a tray herself off the front of the rim, no good. Put back up by David on the front of the iron. She couldn't get at the drop on a tip, and ripped out by La Cueva on the near left sideline. In transition, Love after her 5th rebound. Weaves through traffic, reverse slam rejected by Cunningham. She averages 3 blocks a game, sails that one out to the baseline. You love how she keeps her hand way wide open so you don't see that coming down action.
Right.
You need to get a foul on.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's her second block of this game.
Yeah, definitely doing some clean stuff so far. More subs for the Lady Eagles. Madison Zapata checks back in for Hobbs. Giving some firepower, and Cunningham, or make that Hargrove returns as well. It's going to be La Cueva basketball on the left base. Inbounding is Romero. Back deep to the top of the arc to Lobato. Kicks over to right wing to Romero. Dribbles through pressure, triple team. Pushes it back on the shuffle pass to Lobato on the right wing. Bounce pass to the right block to Goreshi. Returns it top of the arc. Faking a 3 is Romero. Gets in traffic against 2 defenders on the right elbows. Trying to pivot out of pressure. The ball is loose for a second. Hargrove got a piece of it. Chased down by Romero, top of the circle. And returns it to the timeline to Love. 4 minutes left first half. Hobbs by 6. 14-8 over La Cueva. Crossover move. Spin to the left wing to Love. To the baseline. Underneath the hoop. Sends it back to the right corner. To Lobato for 3. And she puts it through. Her second tray of the game for 8 points. And the leader for La Cueva. Go ahead. They're changing the scoreboard just a little bit here as 8 on the board for La Cueva. Hobbs basketball now on the left wing. David with the ball. It's 14-8. Hobbs by 6. Spin move by David. Lost the ball. It's stripped away by Goreshi. Goes back door to Romero, who got away with the travel. That was actually Romero with the layup on the left side to put it down for 2. That was the first turnover for Hobbs, though. 14-13, a 1-point game. Into the front court, Hargrove. A runner shot from the left block. It sails over the rim for 2. Nice job of keeping those hands and following through in the middle of the air that time for Hargrove with 5.
Yeah, she's got a rebound in there as well.
Deep pass to the other end, sailing over the head of the Bears out of bounds, and they try to get that down low to Ava Goreshi. That's the 5th La Cueva turnover. Coach Carpenter was arguing about the scoreboard, and they do change it. It's 16-13, Hobbs by 3.
Right, and when Goreshi's in, you know they're going to try to post her up. She's muscle in the lane, and she's very effective at that.
Lady Eagles go to their bench. Carolina Sy steps in. Has taken a breather is Jayla David. 3:08 left in the second here in the quarterfinals. The Lady Eagles lead by 3 and the basketball. Madison Zepeda with the ball as she comes through the Lobo logo in the middle. Gives it off to the right side to Seiss as she's guarded closely by Dyer. Up top to Clay. Holds the ball for a second, drives the lane on a hippity hop, leads and shoots over the front of the rim, point blank range and scores in the paint. Clay for 4 total.
She can be very physical in the lane and effective as well.
18-13, Hobbs by 5. The ball comes across the timeline to Lobato. Sliding right to left off the dribble. Unloads left wing to Dyer. To the free throw line, jump stop. Kick it back up top, Lobato. Fakes the WNBA 3. Hand off on the left wing off the dribble to Love. Love at the top of the arc behind her back. To the rack, left side reverse, and puts it through the hole.
Well, those were some good moves, nice transition, and nice passing by LaCueva. Credit where credit's due.
All 4 of Love's points here in the second. 18-15 Hobbs. In the front court, left wing is Seiss. Up top to Cunningham off the pivot. Dribbles with the right hand. Right side of the lane. The runner shot for the right block off the back of the rim. Gets her own rebound. Sends it back to the right wing to Zepeda for 3. Clinks off the front of the iron and goes out of bounds on the baseline.
Yeah, Zepeda can pop a 3 from time to time as well. There she was way off the mark, though.
And a substitution for the Lady Eagles, returning Nakia Mojica. She comes in for Zepeda. I don't think that was the shot selection Coach Carpenter wanted.
No, and Mojica just recently won an award for being the best and the most prolific three-pointer in the Hobbs girls basketball history.
Yeah, she's averaging 42% from three-point range.
But LaCueva so far is doing a good job of keeping a hand in her face and keeping her from taking those three-point shots.
2:04 left, second quarter. High inbound to the far right side to Love in the backcourt. Cross court left to Tilcera. Gets tipped into the front side to Lobato as she returns it back to Love on the right wing front court. Weaves through traffic left side. Another reverse layup. Ball gets tipped up in the air off the hands of Brett Clay, and a rebounding foul after that shot. She continues to go on that reverse to the left side. Looks like they're going to call the rebound foul on the Lady Eagles, unfortunately. Well after the shot that time, as they're going to charge that one to Kendall Cunningham, her second. That will be the Lady Eagles' 3rd team foul here in the second.
And it's interesting, Cunningham usually has a lot more boards. I've got her down to just the 1 rebound, but she's got 7 points in the game and a couple of blocks.
Yeah, she's been very smart on her defense. Inbound to the right corner to Lucero. Zings it back to the right wing to Love. To the right corner to Lobato for 3. They're caught off. It's a push-off foul underneath. Referees try to even things up in the paint. They call a foul on the Eagles on the rebound, and they call the push-off on Tony Lucero underneath the basket. Her second personal, 3rd team foul. And boy, this thing is going to make us catch our breath at halftime.
Oh, this has been so fast-paced, so quick-paced. I don't know about real time that's fast, but it feels like it's like a snap.
18-15, Hobbs by 3. 1:38 left in the half. Weaving through traffic. Reverse layup left side off the back of the rim for Hargrove. Rebound Clay. Returns over to the front of the rim. Put her head down and just barrels that thing up to the iron. She's got 6. 20-15, Hobbs by 5. Quickly coming the other way. Love down the lane. Lost the ball. It sails out to the baseline. And looks like they said it was touched by Clay last, but Jayla David stepped up to help on D as well on that one.
Absolutely, and did that cleanly. No foul.
LaCueva basketball on the left baseline. Inbounding is Dyer, who is yet to score in this game. She's averaging 16 points a contest. Inbounds back deep to the timeline. Lobato. Guarded closely by Mojica, gets around her. Over to Love on the left side. Her 3 is air ball over the right rim. Put back up, though, on the right block. Wide open Dyer. Her first points after I said that, and her 5th rebound. I guess I better shut my mouth. Going to be hard to do, though. Yeah. 1:05 left here in the second. 20-17. Lady Eagles by 3. Top of the arc, David. Spin move, free throw line. Kick it over to the right wing to Mojica. She'll go with her left hand. Back door to David. Beautiful. With the double clutch scored off the right side.
Man, a nice assist by Mojica on that. And David with her first ones of the game. She's got a couple of boards, though.
22-17 Hobbs. Clock to 45 left in the quarter. Love goes down the lane. Kick it back door. Right side to Dyer. Double clutch off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound Lady Eagles. Play in traffic now. Lost the ball in the paint, and it's going to be taken away by Tony Lucero. Just a second turnover for Hobbs. Pass down to Love, left corner, fadeaway 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound at the free throw line for Mojica. Sends it ahead to Seiss on the right wing. Cross court left to Clay. So shot from the left elbow is a swisher. Counted for Brett Clay.
And she called for the ball. You could just tell she's feeling hot. She's feeling it, and you run with a hot hand.
6 of her 8 points in this second quarter. Clock to 10 seconds. Hobbs with their biggest lead of 7, 24-17. Pass into the front court, right wing Lyle. Gives it back right side to Love. Fires a 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Clay on the left baseline with 2 seconds. 3-quarter court shot is deflected at the buzzer. It won't go to the rim, but the Lady Eagles finishing up with some big play to take a lead at halftime.
And we'll be back with your halftime report. Hobbs Lady Eagles State Tournament basketball continues in 3 minutes on KEJL, Humble City Hobbs, K263AZ Hobbs, Hobbs Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Is your cost of rent through the roof? It might make sense to buy a home instead. If you're still renting and never thought you could afford a home, right now you may want to call your friends at Robinson & Associates. Robinson & Associates offers free consultations in English and in Spanish. Robinson & Associates want to guide you through the entire process and make it as simple as possible. Call Robinson & Associates today at 392-0266. That's 575-392-0266. Call Robinson & Associates today and let them earn your trust.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
Welcome back to the pit. It's Lady Eagle basketball from state tournament in Albuquerque on Eagle 100.5, Hobbs Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. Along with TJ Miracle, I'm Dawn Morgan with the call. T is Ty Friend, and we're at halftime, Ty. Wow. Wow.
It's a tongue waggler out there trying to keep up with everybody crashing and hitting the floor and techs and bruising up and stuff like that. I think the big difference in this second half is trying to decide when to shoot the three, when not to. Both teams are shooting the exact same percentage at three-point range, 14.3. La Cueva's hit 2 out of 14. Hobbs 1 out of 7. You think Hobbs would probably want to get some more free throw opportunities and start banging it. We got the girls to do it, Cunningham and David, and a lot of even our smaller girls getting in that, going to the hole. But we got to get more offensive rebounds, I think, in this second half.
Oh, absolutely.
About rebounds, both teams have 17 according to the official stats there, so that's even. I think they were in the first kind of an issue.
True.
I think we've been playing some very good. Eva Love, the dive.
Yet and not doing very well in that percentage point. It's interesting. We were talking. If there's a weakness or a weaker point in the Hobbs.
Stat the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, that's favorite. 17. That looks good.
Yeah. TJ.
Stats in the first half. We will start with the Bears. Peyton Lobato leads the way. She's got 8 points to go along with 1 rebound. 4 points for Eva Love, as you mentioned, 5 rebounds for her. Then you got 2 points, Jordan Dyer with 5 rebounds, 2 points for Kiana Romero, and a point for Tony Lucero. In the first half, La Cueva was 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. They turned the ball over 2 points. Jada David 5 points in the first. Kaliana Harmon in second to get with their 17 on the board. And Brett Lucero, the official foul shows them more on their on the first half. 17-2 on her. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles leading scorer right now is Dawn Clay. She's got 8 on the board. Free throw line. Hope that doesn't rebound play later. Points for 11 Cunningham. 13 got 5 in the second. The Lady Eagles, having kind of a rough go out there at times against these La Cueva Bears, but La Cueva hasn't managed to light anything up either.
Well, you guys think the pace is good for Hobbs or not at this point? Is it too frenetic? I mean, they're up by 7, but still, second half, is that the way you win a game with kind of the crash and burn at both ends going on?
Well, I think that's what Coach Carpenter talks about, is he thinks that's one of the biggest strengths of his team, is that they're able to run and gun, and their conditioning and with some subbing, they're able to just keep that pace up, and he likes to run the legs off of another team. He really thinks by halftime another team is starting to get tired, and the Lady Eagles are able to come out, and really that makes a difference for them in that second half a lot of times. I think it's a good thing. I think it's an advantage. I think they should keep that up. The thing is, they're getting beaten up. I mean, we saw Mojica go out in that first quarter with a bloody nose. She was out for a while, came back, saw Cunningham get a hard shot to the face, to the nose on the floor. I mean, it's a tough game.
And the thing about it is, La Cueva's wearing the Navy uniform. You're not going to see the black and blue on them. You're going to see blood and black and blue on us. But another thing I've noticed, too, is Love seems to be frustrated. She's getting mad at refs, and she's not getting the 3 to drop. She's made a few reverse layups, but nothing to really kill us yet. But still, I can see that she's not a happy camper with our pressure that we put on her.
And sometimes, if you're not able as a player to take that frustration and channel it into positive energy on the floor, that can get in your head, and it can stay there, and it can be a real problem. It can give that chip on your shoulder, and you've seen it as a ref before. A lot of times, those are the girls that really blow and have the potential of getting teased and just interrupting that usual offensive rhythm that La Cueva had in that first quarter a little more than Hobbs.
Yeah, just definitely want to see the Lady Eagles that continue to turn those screws defensively in that third quarter and not coast with a 7-point lead. And the thing about it, which is good, is Coach Carpenter thinks this is the toughest opponent that's left in the brackets right now. You get over this hump, you don't want to coast through the last 2 games, but it's nice to get the hard one out of the way if you can.
Yeah, and if you can, maybe last person standing, the team that can have 5 players out there still able to be ambulatory, moving right, and able to shoot baskets and leave them healthy enough for the next 2 games.
Well, very important for that. And as we continue the halftime report, Hobbs leading 24-17. We'll take a 2.5-minute timeout, come back with the second half. This is Hobbs Lady Eagles State Tournament Basketball here on KEJL, Humble City Hobbs, K263 AZ Hobbs, Eagle 100.5, the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Lasco Construction, proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jow, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now,
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation, electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
Rent-A-Center is a proud supporter of the Hobbs Eagles in both athletics and academics. Being an Eagle fan for many years, the team at Rent-A-Center knows what it takes: hard work and dedication. For all of your furniture needs, visit your friends over at Rent-A-Center. They offer free delivery and no credit checks. Se hablan español. Let Rent-A-Center improve your home with a couple of pieces of furniture. And Rent-A-Center of Hobbs, 2404 North Grimes in the Albertsons Plaza, is locally owned and operated. Rent-A-Center supports the Hobbs Eagles and says, go fight, win.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way. Alcohol doesn't hurt you. Think again. Forget about sports. Forget about school. Forget about much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body and messes up your life. Think before you drink. From NMDOT, proud providers of phone and data service through the NMBA at the Pitt and the Rio Rancho Event Center in Albuquerque for the 2024 NMAA State Basketball Tournament.
Yeah, this is the 2024 Nucinda Credit Union State Basketball Championships, and welcome back to the Pit for Lady Eagle basketball. And it's on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Eagle 100.5 and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Don Morgan with TJ Miracle, and with the call is Ty French.
Well, Don, earlier today, of course, they had the other quarterfinal matchups. Number 3, Farmington over number 6, Oregon Mountain, 65-31. No surprise there.
Right.
El Dorado was beaten bad by Sandia, the number 2 seed, 64-40. So Sandia moves on. Kind of a close one. Volcano Vista, number 4, beat Mayfield 35-31, the 5th seed. So Volcano Vista will play the winner of this game right here.
Yeah, and I was kind of surprised at how close that Volcano Vista Mayfield game was. Hobbs has beaten Mayfield, and we're back to action.
It's Hobbs basketball to start the second half. They lead by 7. That is their biggest lead of the ball game as they get it across the timeline. Big jump stop there for Brett Clay, top of the circle, gives it off to the right wing. Hargrove will hold it for a second, trying to move the offense. Some rotation now, being very patient with it. Keeps it on the right wing once again to Clay. He turns it back, top of the arc to Hargrove, swinging left side to Clay. Couple of dribbles to the right elbow. Kicks it back right side to Mojica. Drives left side of the lane with a little runner shot. Rolls around the rim and good. She just kind of flicked it at the hoop that time.
She's due. She was scoreless, held scoreless in the first half.
Eagles now with 6 scores and a bad pass up the near sideline right in front of the scores table here. They try to get it down to Lyle and it sails out, and La Cueva is shaking their heads. That is their 6th turnover in this ball game. They had 5 at the half.
Hargrove inbounding to Clay at midcourt.
9-point lead, the biggest for the Lady Eagles. Pass down to Clay in the left corner. Gets double teamed. Gets kind of banging into her own teammate there. It's coming into her as Hargrove, and they're going to say she stepped on the sideline.
Ooh.
Will be the 6th Lady Eagles turnover. So a lot of comparables here. Both teams with 6 turnovers. Both teams had 17 rebounds at the half. Both teams shot 14.3% from three-point range. Both teams had 5 fouls in the first half, but Hobbs with a 9-point lead.
Wow.
LeQuay with a couple of passes across the timeline. Going to the rack. Reverse left side is Dyer. She puts it through off the glass. Her second bucket of the game. She's got 4. 26-19. Go ahead.
Nope.
Across the timeline to Mojica on the right wing. Throws it down the lane to Cunningham. Her defender fell down. Reverse slam with her left hand. Left how she switched the ball from right to left and went up hard with it.
Dexterous, really great. So physical, so athletic.
Her defender was butt on floor at that point. She faked her out. 9 points now for Cunningham. She is the leading scorer for the Lady Eagles. 8 for Brett Clay. Pass deep down to the right corner for La Cueva. in front of the referee and the coach, trying to see who it is down there. She's kind of putting her head down with 2 defenders, but a bad pass taken away by Mojica. That's LaQueva's 7th turnover. She comes down the right side of the lane, bounce pass to Clay, tries to go up and is swatted. And boy, right in her face was Eva Love. She screamed in her face after a block, and then rep right there for the tech.
Yeah, definitely teeing her up. I don't know what she said, but I saw her, scream right in the face like you did.
I saw what she said, and we can't repeat it.
Okay.
Can you spell it?
I just saw the mouth
but
open.
it started.
Boy.
Yeah, he does. Hey, that's very. 9 points for her. She's tied up with Cunningham now, trying to break it with 10 with the second one and makes it. Hobbs will also get the basketball. Is that definitely a good sign there, extending their lead to 11, the biggest of the game, Dawn.
Yeah, 30-19 right now is the score. Hobbs leading 6:19 left in this third quarter.
And LaQueva doesn't want to start to get out of the middle game here. That's going to definitely work in Hobbs' favor. Inbound to the backcourt, bringing it across is Brett Clay. Dribbles right, unloads to Mojica. Those girls look like twins out there with that hair. Up top to Cunningham. Tries to sail it down the lane to David, but overthrows her. David's going to get some burns on that one, sliding on her stomach that time across the hardwood.
Yeah, definitely. Probably got some knee on that as well. She got a hand on it out of bounds, so LaQueva basketball.
7 turnovers for both teams now. The inbound to the near right sideline backcourt, getting through traffic is Dyer. Down the middle of the paint, dishes out left corner to Lyle. Double team against her, bounce pass left corner to Dyer, left baseline, spins, goes up strong, lost the ball, and Cunningham was straight up that time. No call on the foul.
Yeah.
Beautiful hands up, and her body stout.
Absolutely. Picture perfect, exactly what you want, as a coach. When you've got a big girl in the paint, you tell her, hands up, body tight.
Lobato inbounds left wing to Lyle, dribbles to the free throw line. Up top to Dyer, to the right wing, good guard there by Hargrove. Returns up top to Lyle, swing it back to the timeline to Lobato. Stop and go dribble, taking on Mojica, back to the timeline. Behind her back. Bounce pass, left wing to Dyer. Spins to the left elbow, triple team. Kick it off right wing to Lyle. Shot on the way, 3 and air ball. Goes out to the left baseline, but saved right to Cunningham. She comes up with the rebound. I guess you'll call it that. She was right there to get it. Up ahead to the Lady Eagles left wing to Hargrove. To the baseline, she'll back it out with the dribble. Gets a screen from David, doesn't use it. Dribbles up top instead. Sails over to the right wing to Clay. Drives through 2 defenders as she puts her head down, but a body thrown at her by 2 different Bears and gets a foul before the shot.
Yeah, and they're going to call LaQueva on that.
Looks like it'll go against Dyer. That's her second team foul against the Bears. And Hobbs basketball on the right base as Mojica will inbound. Nice to see she's all cleaned up after getting hit in the first half.
Oh, beautiful.
Pass inside to Cunningham with a fadeaway, Don.
Yeah, and I think, you got to give it to an assist there to Mojica out of bounds, right?
Cunningham, yep, that's 11 points for Cunningham. And, of course, a nice throw for the baseline, as you said, for Mojica. So 1-2 combination. Hobbs with their biggest lead. Things are starting to really go well now, 13-point lead. Pass down to the right baseline for LaQueva to Lyle. Kicks it to the right block. Fade away for Garishi, and she gets knocked to the floor hard. Her face is right on the hardwood. I think they're going to call that a shooting foul, but she's coming up, and she's got the worst end of the deal on that one.
Yeah, she did. Faces on the floor. She's slow getting up. I think Cunningham actually was behind her. She did not mean, and she immediately, when Garishi went down, she was like, you can tell she didn't mean it. It was just, just the physical part of that play.
Yeah, we've been praising Cunningham for all her nice defense and facing up her opponent, keeping her feet flat, hands straight up in the air. That time kind of got hunched over. And it looks like they're going to be able to shoot the free throws. Ava Goreshi, I thought she might have to come out, and they're trying to talk to Coach Kogan to see if they want to pull her out or not. And it's looking like kind of a question. The rest might take her out.
Yeah, I think maybe they're telling her she's got to come out. So they're going to put Love in instead. And as unusual, you don't see that very often where a girl is going to shoot free throws and they go ahead and sub somebody in right then for her.
Something has to be wrong, and it looks like the trainer taking care of her right now. Love has to be the shooter, too. The sub has got to shoot the free throws.
And Cunningham comes out for Hobbs. Armitage in.
Free throw off the front of the rim. A miss for Love. She's only got 4 points, well beneath her 16.8 average on the season. And now they are just 3 of 5 from the line for 60%. One better than their season average at 59. Second one off the rim as well. No on either of them. Pulled down at the free throw line, though, by Dyer. That's her 6th rebound. She'll send it back to reset to Lobato near the time stripe on the right side. Hobbs up by 13, their biggest lead. Over to left wing to Dyer. Cross court right to Lyle.
Guarded by the Lady Eagles, Hargrove. Cross court left again. Yo-yo pass to Lovato. Takes a lefty dribble. Down to the left baseline. Turns and tries to pass up top. It's stolen away by Hargrove. Turnover number 8 for the Bears. Hargrove in the front court. Spin move. Top of the circle. To the free throw line. Spots up a J off the front of the rim. No good. Armitage block. Looking for help. Over the top of the arc to Clay. Back center defender at the free throw line. Double team is swatted from behind and taken away by Love for the Lady Eagles. 8 turnover. Love in the front court, weaving through traffic, lost the ball coming down the lane, and guess who's there? The magnet, Brett Clay, to get a piece of it.
Wow, yeah, it seems like she's everywhere, right?
Knocks it out on the baseline. It will be La Cueva basketball. Looks like a timeout.
And La Cueva will take the timeout with 4:06 remaining here in the third quarter. Hobbs 32, La Cueva 19. We're back in 30 seconds. Hobbs Lady Eagles State Tournament basketball continues on Eagle 100.5.
Everyday specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Family packs, their chops $1.17 a pound. Family pack arm roast $3.77 a pound. Family pack split fryer breast 97 cents a pound. Large Haas avocados 97 cents each. Food Club gallon milk $2.97. Large fancy lemons 3 for $1. Red ripe tomatoes $1.47 a pound.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda 400 East Marlin and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
Welcome back to the pit for Lady Eagle basketball from the state tournament. And you're listening, can't watch this time, but listening on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Eagle 100.5, HobbsAmerica.com. With the call, Ty Friend.
After the timeout, the Lady Eagles up by 13 here with 4 minutes left in the third. The blue and white versus the white, black, and gold. Hobbs Lady Eagles 25-3, La Cueva 20-9. La Cueva basketball, bounce pass, free throw line to Dyer. Spins, goes to the rack on the left side. She continues to hit that glass hard and go up strong. She's got 6 after that made bucket.
32-21. Hobbs has held him to just 4 points so far in this third quarter.
Hargrove gets the pass in the front court on the left wing, sends it up top to Clay. Over to Armitage on the right side. Drives hard to the right side of the lane. Scoop shot off the front of the rim, no good. Fadeaway Jay off the putback over the front of the iron. Put through by David in the thick of the paint. She's got 4 points, all coming in the third, and 4 rebounds. Hobbs by 13. Going to the other end. Stop and go for Lucero. Gives it off the right wing to Lyle. Up top to Love. Crossover. She got away at the travel. She fumbled the ball in her hands and just kind of moved forward. Throws a shot up at the free throw line and puts it down. Love now with 6.
Yeah, 34-23, and La Cueva kind of eating into that Hobbs lead here.
3 minutes left in the third. Spin move up top for Armitage. Swing it off to the left side to Mojica. Bounce pass to the right wing to Hargrove. NBA 3 or make it WNBA 3. Nothing but net. Hargrove puts it through. Her second tray of the ball game, and only the second tray for the Lady Eagles in this when they had 10 against them last time in January.
She's got 8 points.
Long pass the other end. Pulled down in the left corner by Lyle. Keeps it on the same side to Romero. Dribbles back to the timeline. Almost lost the ball for teammate Love as they banged into each other. Comes around the right circle. Gives the handoff to Lucero. Top of the arc. No look. Bounce pass. Right block to Dyer. Tries to go up strong with it and misses the shot, but is fouled from behind. Talk about a beautiful pass to Lucero. Looking left and bounce passing it back door without even looking down the lane.
Yeah, absolutely. And right on target. You know, just right there. A lot of times you'll see a throwaway right there.
Yeah, Dyer was hoping to get up stronger than that, but she got banged up, so they called the foul, and that will be for the Lady Eagles, their second team foul in the third. Shots up, and the free throw good for Dyer, her first of the ball game. She's got 7 total, and Cunningham returning along with the Lady Eagles. Other sub, that is Caitlin Munoz.
So it's Cunningham and Clay in the blocks for Hobbs, though. Armitage and Hargrove also there, and Manise back in the backcourt.
Second shot coming for Dyer. They are 4 for 7. Now make another free throw for Dyer. She now has 8 points. 6 of those in this third quarter. But Hobbs up big by 12, 37-25. Biggest lead is 13 in this third. 2:20 left in the third. Hargrove in the front corner on the right wing. Gives a handoff to Munoz. Takes a few dribbles towards the timeline. Cross court left to Armitage. Had to come back for it. Almost lost the ball there. Back to Hargrove on the right wing. Jab step. Goes to the right elbow. Kick out left. Munoz makes it 3. Down low to Cunningham. 15-footer on the baseline. Over the rim, no good. Rebound on the right block by Clay. Her 6 goes up strong, no good. Cunningham gets a rebound, but stripped out of her hands. Pulling it away is Eva Love. Love will take the dribble up the middle of the court. Goes back door to Dyer. Fade shot from the right block, air ball. Gets her own rebound, though, for the 7th time. Back over to Love, left elbow. Her J is off the back of the rim. And there's Cunningham to rip it down with 2 hands. Her 5th board. To half court to Hargrove. Left wing, spots up a WNBA 3. Another one, Don. She's hitting the lights out.
Wow.
Hargrove back-to-back trays. She's got 11 and 3 trays in the game. All 3 of the Lady Eagles trays. Up by 15, the biggest lead for Hobbs here in this third quarter.
40-25 the score. A minute 28 left in the third.
Peyton Lobato in the front court. Dribbles all the way down to the left corner. Bumps into Clay. Lost it off her knee, but they're going to say Clay got a piece of it. That was close. Little pinball action going off the legs there.
Yeah, Hargrove also tries to argue and pointed out to want to stay quiet, though.
1:23 left in the third. Eagle basketball, making La Cueva basketball as the inbound to the left wing. Romero's going to hold it. Guarded by Hargrove. Drives the paint. Bounce pass back door to Love. Left block. Turns and fires. Misses the shot next to the rim. Pulled down to the far side by Clay. Her 7th rebound. Dribbles through traffic. Reverse layup right is rejected from behind by Dyer, but she made the defense come to her.
Yeah, and Cunningham, that was great defense underneath the basket there to keep La Cueva from getting that basket.
So they call the foul against Dyer, her 13th foul. There goes to the line for the Lady Eagles, Brett Clay. She's perfect. Both free throws coming here in this third quarter, 2 for 2. The Lady Eagles are 3 of 6 from the line for 50% as she nails her 3rd free throw in a row here in this quarter.
Yeah, and that makes her 11 points now, and she's been hard on the boards as well for Hobbs, having a great game.
Yeah, her and Cunningham both with 11 apiece. And 11 for Hargrove, too. Missed shot on the second one off the rim. Chased down in the left corner by Hargrove to pick up her 2nd rebound. Tried to bounce it up the sideline left in front of Coach Carpenter. Knocked out by La Cueva. I think Coach wants a timeout here.
And he's going to get it. It's a 30-second timeout, so
with 1:07 remaining in the third, Hobbs 41, La Cueva 25. Back in 30 seconds on Eagle 100.5.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
Welcome back to Lady Eagle basketball. It's at the Pit in Albuquerque, your state tournament, and you're listening on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Eagle 100.5 and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle with the call. Ty Friend.
Don, what do you think Coach was talking to his team about with a 16-point lead there?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if he wants to settle it down or whether I don't know.
Definitely wants to keep the lead the way it is.
Oh, yeah.
Hargrove gets the inbound. No look pass to Cunningham. Right corner. 15-footer in and out. And ripped down high in the air by Romero. Her first rebound for La Cueva. Throws it up the far left sideline to Dyer. Goes baseline. Reverse slap to the right. She took 3 steps and got away with it and lays it in for 2.
Wow. And that's a couple of times that we've seen, travel kind of gone uncalled.
She loves those reverses. 8 of her 10 points coming in this third quarter. 14-point Lady Eagle lead, though. Munoz gets it up top. Clay's going to pivot, fakes a tray, over to Hargrove on the right wing. She's going to hold the ball to move the defense. Returns back deep over the right side of Mojica. Cross court left to Cunningham. Tried to cut through and lost the ball. Ripped by Love. Reverse layup right side. Misses the layup. Gets her own rebound and goes back up right behind it and scores.
Wow, just a steal. Just took it out of her hands. Cunningham, very unusual for her to allow that.
9 Lady Eagle turnovers. There's been a total of 8 for La Cueva. Down the other end, a shot in the middle of the paint on the runner for Hargrove. No good. Pulled down by Dyer in transition. Her 8th rebound. Up ahead to a breaking Love with a lefty layup. She has scored 6 in the third. Has 10 overall. Hobbs starting to get a little run against them now. They're up by 10. Don't get a shot off to end the third quarter. And now La Cueva is trying to say we're not done yet.
As we head to the fourth, it is Hobbs 41, La Cueva 31. We're back at the pit. The 5A quarterfinals return in 1 minute here on Eagle 100.5.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Did you know Hydrotech Services was the first hydro excavation company in New Mexico and West Texas and has been in business for over 20 plus years? Hydrotech Services employs residents from Hobbs and supports the youth of the community. Hydrotech is now hiring CDL drivers and swampers. Starting pay for CDL drivers $26 per hour, plus insurance benefits and a sign-on bonus. For more information, call 393-4653. Hydrotech Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Welcome back to the pit for Lady Eagle basketball from the state tournament, and you are listening on Eagle 100.5, Hobbs Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle with the call. Ty Friend.
After that timeout for Hobbs, Cueva went on a 6-0 run. Now a 10-point lead for the Lady Eagles, though, 41-31. They have 3 in double digits in Clay, Hargrove, and Cunningham. All 3 with 11 apiece. And Cueva calls a quick timeout here as we aren't even get a play going in this third quarter. Their top scorers right now, Eva Love with 10 and Jordan Dyer with 10. They want the timeout.
And it was because of the tie-up with 7:50 left in the ballgame. Hobbs 41, Cueva 31, back in 30 seconds on Eagle 100.5.
The Coffee House offers a complete menu of coffee, teas, frappes, smoothies, specialty drinks, and so much more. Look them up on Instagram under the Coffee House to see all the great specials and a complete menu. And remember, you can skip the line by ordering online. It's fast and easy. Open Monday through Saturday. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics.
A timeout. Welcome back to the pit for Lady Eagle basketball from your 2024 Nucinda Credit Union State Basketball Championships here. And you're listening on Eagle 100.5, Hobbs Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. With the call, Ty Friend.
Yeah, 10-point Hobbs Lady Eagle lead. 7th championship game. If Hobbs is able to get that far, they do have a game coming up. If they win this one tonight, they have one Thursday. And then, of course, Saturday, that would be number 7 for the Lady Eagles in a row. Coach Carpenter's won 4 state championships, 1 with Roswell, 3 with the Lady Eagles. It just seems like things keep going better and better.
Oh, yeah. They're on a roll, and they want to continue that.
After the timeout for Cueva, they go backdoor on the inbound and rejected Dyer. She gets put down by David and Hargrove with 1-2 combination. And a rebound for the Lady Eagles, pulled down by Hargrove in the front court. Over to McKee on the right wing. Gives it back to Hargrove right side up top to David. David will give it back to Cunningham on the right side again, and she'll back it out with the dribble. To David, top of the circle, over to left side to Clay. Clay's going to hold the ball to bring the defense out. Touch pass to Cunningham, or make that Hargrove in the left corner. She tries to get it down low to David, who gets tripped and falls forward right to the baseline on her stomach. They're going to just say incidental contact, but Hobbs basketball did touch off the foot, it looks like, of Tony Lucero for the Bears. Hobbs ball on the left base. Mojica's going to send it back deep, but it's deflected at the top of the arc. Luckily, Hargrove chases it down at the timeline for Hobbs. Good defense in the passing lane by Dyer. Dribbles through traffic, goes back door to David, high off the glass with her left hand, goes over the rim and scores.
Beautiful pass and assist by Hargrove on that. Nice moves by David.
6 points for David. Your Lady Eagles have a 12-point lead once again. Long ball down to Love. Drives the lane, reverse right, and Cunningham got out of position and tried to swat at it. She's been good about it through 3 quarters, but that time was a fly swat look.
So she'll get called.
Yep, that'll be a foul on Hargrove, or correction, Cunningham. Her 4th personal, 1 away from DQ. We don't want to see that happen.
No, and it's going to send Eva Love to the line. Luckily for the Lady Eagles, she's got a couple of misses, and she misses the first of this one.
She is still six points below her season average of 16 plus. She actually 16.8, but tonight it looks like it's going to be pretty hard to get there.
She only got 4 points in the first half. She scored more than that, 6 now, and trying for her 7th here.
5 of 9 on the line are the Bears. Her second shot off again. She missed both of them. The Lady Eagles get the rebound. Getting stripped at the free throw line was Clay on a turnover. That'll be the 10th turnover, as getting the ball back was Dyer. Throws it back deep to the timeline. That's the 10th turnover for the Lady Eagles, 10 for Cueva. Pass to the left elbow to Love. Kicks it back out to the left wing. Coach is trying to get them to shoot it, and there's a 3 on the way as Lyle nails it from the left wing. Looked like she was going to pass it up top. Instead, picks up the tray.
And her first points in the game. She's got a rebound to go with that. Now it's 43-34. Lady Eagles still leading 6:30 left to play.
3rd tray of the game for the Bears in the front court. Pass to the right wing. Clay puts her head down, gives it up to her Armitage right wing. Over to left side to Mojica. One-hand pass up top to Clay. Fakes the WNBA 3. Spin move at the free throw line. Double team. Pass to Hargrove on the right wing. Tough perimeter D. Down to Mojica in the right corner, and a big-time tray right through the threads. Count it for Mojica, her first tray of the game.
Yeah, finally pops that net. She's got 5 points in the game and a lot of assists.
4 3-pointers for the Lady Eagles now. It's 46-34, back to 12. In the front court, Love up top. Throws it off to the right wing. A 3 is on the way. It's good. Gets it in the cylinder and rolls through for Lobato. Her 3rd tray of the ball game. She's got 11 now. 46-37, a single-digit lead of 9. Coming down the lane left side is Armitage. Tries to scoop it through 2 defenders underneath their arms. She gets bodied and knocked to the floor. Hobbs been hitting the hardwood quite a bit, but she'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Lyle. That's her first personal. Armitage will go to the line.
Her first opportunity to shoot in this ball game as Armitage checks up to the line at this point. She is 0 for 0 and misses off the back of the rim. Came into the contest shooting 61%. Lady Eagles are now 4 of 9, dropped below the 50% mark.
Armitage had 2 points up to half and 2 rebounds. She's added a rebound, trying to add to the score as well.
This one bouncing high off the back of the rim and comes out. No good, but chased down for LaQueva in the left corner by Lobato, her second rebound of the ball game. A 9-point lead for Hobbs. 5:38 remaining in the contest. 3 on the way from the left wing from Lucero. In and out, no good. Big battle for the boards and taken by Hargrove. Oh, there's almost a fight. They're screaming in the face, back and forth. Hargrove getting into it with Dyer. Dyer was the one that screamed at Hargrove first. She got shoved in the face, and she got the rebound for Hobbs.
And David also shouting in there as well. So I don't know how the refs are going to sort this one out. What do you think?
I didn't see any text being thrown, but the refs are talking about the 4th rebound for Hargrove. She ripped it away from Dyer. Dyer came and kind of shoved her over the top and then screamed in her face once Hargrove came up with it. I think they might call the foul on Dyer, but the question is whether any text will come. You got Coach Kogan with her hands on her hips right now, staring. What do you see, TJ?
He did signal a technical foul, so they're talking about it.
Crowd's getting loud too here at the pit.
Oh yeah, the Boo Birds are out. They don't even know quite how this is going to be called.
They do call the foul on Dyer. That's what I thought was first. Is there a tech called though?
And there's T. Offsetting.
Yeah, he put 2 fists out. He hasn't given us any numbers yet. We do have a foul on Dyer already been signaled. That's her 4th. Big foul on her because she's got 10 points right now. Now the officials coming to the table. I want to know about the tech. I think, TJ, you saw it, but they called it just there, but no number.
They did. They did not give a number, so I'm not sure what they're calling on
I'm wondering if it's offsetting. I'm wondering if they're calling a T on Dyer and one on either Hargrove or David. They both had, they were both mouthing off.
They're kind of scared to give Dyer a tech because that would be 5 fouls, though. I wonder if they're trying to even this out, and I don't know. But I think Dyer should have got one for screaming in the face. We saw that called earlier in this game for taunting.
Yeah, and I think she did scream first. The Hobbs girls, I think, were screaming back. Of course, sometimes. To get her 8th point in the game. She does.
Swishes that second one, too. So, as you mentioned, 8 points, and all those coming in the last couple of quarters. 5 minutes remaining. Hobbs with an 11-point lead. That's the good point going on right now.
48-37 with 4:56 left to play in the game.
Cueva get it down low on the left block. Front court to Lucero. She pivots, zigs it back. Oh, dangerous throw to Lyle. Over to Love on the left wing, drives the lane, stolen away for the Lady Eagles by Brett Clay, turner number 11. Up ahead to a breaking Armitage lefty lamp, clinks off the front of the rim, put back up by David on the fadeaway, no call. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. That was her 5th rebound, and Coach Carpenter trying to get his players to get set. But no call on that one. She just tried to get the ball, and it went out of bounds after a fadeaway there for Brett Clay. Hobbs basketball on the left baseline, and Coach Carpenter is wincing. He's going to call the timeout. He thinks things are getting out of hand here, whether it be the calls or whether it be just the mental confusion. And Coach Carpenter has his hands on his knees. And again, TJ, do you see her on the bench?
No, she's still not on the bench.
He is really frustrated. He's talking to one of the girls right now. I've also noticed that Jayla David has really started limping a little bit, she's got that leg brace on her left leg, and man, I think she's really feeling it now.
Well, the worst part about this is you also had a double-digit lead, so if you just tell your kids to back off and let it go, that could help, but at the same time, that's not going to mean LaQueva's just going to sit back and let it go.
I think they don't back off, but I think they've got to kind of calm down. They've got to refocus energy and not play so emotionally, but you want them to be as intense, keep that energy level at that intensity up. You definitely want that. Hobbs girls really feed off that, but they're so poised.
Did you see this type of situation at the APS Metro tournament? Was it just this dicey as it was tonight?
No, not at all. There were some moments, it had its moments, but not nearly like this.
Of course, Hobbs did have a last-second shot in that game. Brett Clay was trying to win or tie the game up at the APS Metro in the semifinals.
And it was like half a second too late.
Yep, Hobbs had a 12-point lead heading into the 4th quarter, and a big comeback for LaQueva in that game. They won by 3. That was back in January, and Hobbs ended up taking 3rd place, and they killed Sandia by 15 points, the number 2 seed at the tournament here, so it's crazy. Hobbs basketball on the left baseline. Mojica tries to get it in and does a tip
over to the left wing. That's in the hands of Clay. Zings it up top to Armitage. Over to the right wing to run clock to Zepeda. Hobbs by 11. Drives to the top of the circle. Sends it down left corner. Mojica to fire a three. It swishes it. Mojica's had 2 trays here in the fourth. Now with 8 points. Big time tray. The 5th of the game for the Lady Eagles. They now lead by 14. One of their biggest leads in the second half. 15 has been the biggest. So.
Yeah, Mojica quiet in the first half, but she's really come on strong.
Romero fumbles the ball coming across the timeline. Hobbs diving on it, but picked up by La Cueva by Love. Pass down the right corner. 3 on the way for Lyle off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound on the right block for La Cueva. That is Lucero. Her second rebound. And then steps on the far sideline. A bad pass. Looked like Armitage got ran over, and she's limping right now on that far sideline.
Right. No call, though. No foul over there.
Clock underneath. 4 minutes left here in the fourth. Hobbs by 14. Coming across the timeline is Mojica. Unloads it to Zepeda. Double team against her. Bad pass is deflected. Taken away on the sideline left as it's pulled away by Lyle. The Lady Eagles 11th turnover. Pass up the court on the near right side to Lobato. She fumbles the ball. Body's flying on the floor again.
Oh.
And we got a traveling violation on La Cueva right in front of their bench on the right side. That will be their 12th turnover. The turn of events after all that confusion we had earlier has really got people out of kilter here.
Actually, they called the turnover on Hobbs. Armitage got her hand on it, and then she moved with it when she was on the floor trying to get up. So the Hobbs with a turnover, give it back to La Cueva.
12 turnovers for Hobbs, 11 for La Cueva, and Bear basketball underneath their hoop on the right baseline. But Hobbs with that 14-point lead. Inbound comes to the right wing to Romero. Guarded closely by Mojica. Bad pass to the timeline. Armitage picks it up. Double scores on the steal. She's got 4 points. That's the 12th La Cueva turnover. Hobbs by 16, their biggest lead of the ball game.
A little revenge on that turnover call.
Romero gets double teamed to the backcourt. Trying to rip it out of her hands is Mojica. Armitage there too. A late whistle on that when they call the foul as Mojica had the ball ripped away. They call that on her.
Yeah. And
Tension with the knife here at the pit. The quarterfinals, your Hobbs Lady Eagles leading La Cueva 53-37 with just 3:20 remaining. Every time somebody defends somebody, there's a bump by the other player, and it looks like they're going to get all into fisticuffs again.
Goreshi back in for La Cueva now as Romero came out.
Inbound to Lobato on that far left sideline of the backcourt. Gets it bumped out of bounds by Mojica. Mojica's not going to quit. She's going to keep coming after you.
No, we got Armitage, Mojica, Clay, Cunningham, and David on the court now for Hobbs.
Inbound to the backcourt again to Love. This time she'll take her time with the dribble across the time stripe. Taking on Armitage. Crossover move. Right side of the paint. Fires up a 15-footer off balance and somehow gets it to drop. Wow. I'm not sure that's the best shot to take. And then a foul after the play. La Cueva is pushing underneath the hoop. The bucket's going to count. So 12 now for Love, but a late foul
on Armitage.
Actually, they call that on Goreshi, I believe. On
21. See, I thought it was 12. 1, 2, 12. It's 21 for Goreshi.
And that should be the 15th foul, which would be a double bonus. Yep, they're going to the other end for the Lady Eagles. They'll be in the double the rest of this game. 3:11 remaining as Cunningham steps up. She is 1 of 2 from the line, has 11 points, yet to score here in the fourth quarter, and a 14-point lead. She'll try to make it 16 with 2 free throws. First one's in and out, no good. Even though the Lady Eagles up by 14, you can see Coach Carpenter is chewing that gum pretty rapidly. He's not a happy camper, but there's been a lot of mess to deal with here in the second half.
It has been so physical, so rough. 3:11 left on the clock.
Second shot for Cunningham. Off the back in front of the rim, no good. Underneath the hoop. Rebound on the left block is Love. That's her 8th rebound. She'll dribble into the front court. Weaves through traffic. Reverse layup left with double clutch that time and gets pushed in the back by Clay. And players just need to back off the refs. Every time there's a call, you don't need to go step up and say something. There's been enough text so far. We need to calm it down. So they call that foul on Clay, her 3rd. That will be the 14th foul against the Lady Eagles, but a shooting foul as Love will step up. She's had some issues, Don. 0 for 4 from the line.
Yeah, she definitely has. And of course, just as we say that,
the announcer's curse strikes.
Yeah, it's the reverse curse on this time, and reversed because it's against us.
She's got 13 now, leading the team in scoring. Her second shot's off the front of the rim, no good. Cunningham elbows it down to herself. That's her 6th boarder from the right block. Goes it up ahead as Armitage gets tripped from behind, coming across the timeline to the far right side. She goes face first. She's been limping through much of this fourth quarter, and she goes down again as they get the trip foul call on Lucero, her 3rd. Still double bonus for Hobbs, trying to seal the deal. And Hobbs might need to go to a sauna, or not a sauna, but a whirlpool after this game.
Yeah, they're gonna need a spa visit. Yeah, absolutely. Just under three minutes left. 2:59 on the clock.
And Armitage misses off the back of the rim. She's 0 for 3 now. And I think some of the extracurriculars in this game are starting to affect some free throw shooting here.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
One more shot for Armitage, trying to get her 5th point of the ball game. In and out again, missed. On the left block is Love, throwing a little elbow, no call. 9th rebound. Dribbles into the front court on the near right side, in front of her bench. Double team against her. Throws it back deep to Lyle, to the left wing, to Lobato. Drives the lane, a runner shot with the right hand off the back of the rim. Battle for the boards. Love goes back up between Cunningham and David. I hope they don't call that on Cunningham. She's getting close to DQ. The rebound for Love, that's her 10th. She's got a double-double with 13 points and 10 rebounds.
I think they may call it on 23, on Jayla David.
So David will take the foul instead of Cunningham's 5th. Only the first on Jayla. That will be double bonus the rest of this game, though.
She's got 2 on her, yeah.
Love's first free throw is a swish, so she has made 2 out of 5 free throws just in this 4th quarter alone and is 2 of 7 overall. Definitely not a big shooting night on the line for Eva Love.
Cunningham and David in the blocks for Hobbs.
Free throw good on the second one there for Love. So now she's got a total of 15 points. As the Lady Eagles still lead by 11, 53-42. Thankfully, the cushion on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Armitage comes out and Sice goes in for Hobbs.
Running the baseline as David tries to bounce it in and does try to get it in, but gets the foul as Brett Clay is trying to come get the ball. They call a push on LaCueva, and she'll go to the other end for a couple of free throws.
And I think they call it on Love. They do.
She's one away from DQ. And she's got 4 now.
She was jumping up and down, barking about being called for that foul, Ty.
Yep, and it looks like there'll be a sub here momentarily. Armitage came out for a few seconds as Sice was put in for her. And now it will be Brett Clay. Clay is 3 for 4 from the line. All of her free throw attempts in the 3rd quarter, trying to get her first points here in the 4th. Of course, she was the leading scorer coming into this game for Hobbs. First free throw is good, averaging 13.8 a game. Get close now with 12 after that made free throw.
I tell you, Armitage, Clay, Mojica, Hargrove, Cunningham, and David have all had a heck of a game today.
Yes, and boy, they're going to be having a good night of sleep.
They're going to be feeling it. Like extra Tylenol tonight, right?
And no game tomorrow, too, which is another good thing.
Yeah.
Second shot's up and good. 13 now for Clay. Got both of them. And Hobbs up by 13 with 2:40 remaining. The inbound comes in quickly. Backcourt deep. Lobato going one-on-one against Armitage. Crossover move now in the front court. Dribbles behind her back. Hands it off near the timeline to Love. Comes around the left circle to the baseline. Corner. Double team against her. Back deep with the pass to Lobato. Swing it right wing to upward graph. To the right corner, 3 on the way for Lyle. Off the side of the rim, no good. And it's loose on the right baseline. A battle for it as Jayla David going toe-to-toe with Tessa up to grab. And the referees run in there because they don't want it to go too long on that jump ball. And it will be a Hobbs Eagle arrow, though.
I tell you, David is tough. She's just tough. You have to be, and she's got it.
Coach Carpenter keeps switching out with Sice and then also with the very feisty Armitage, and now Sice back on the court. Here come the Lady Eagles after the inbound. Mojica trying to dribble up and a hole from behind. That's against Eva Love, who puts her arms up in the air.
She's in danger. Yeah.
Yep, and she's done. That's 5.
She screamed at the official. He gave her a break, but that's 5 anyway. You might have known that she's already going to foul out. She's going to end up with 15 points under her season average at 16.8. The Hobbs Eagles mission accomplished.
And so that's 2, actually. LaCueva bears out as Jordan Dyer also out.
Yeah, and 2 minutes 17 left, as you know, Hobbs has got to be happy, and LaCueva very unhappy to be without their big guns for the last couple of minutes, as they're wanting to try to come from behind, and now the odds are they're going to be a lot less likely to do that.
Eva Love and Dyer both averaging 16 a game, and now 25 combined on them tonight. Free throws up and good as Clay continues to hit here in the 4th. 3 for 3 on the line here in the 4th quarter, and total 6 of 7 overall just in the second half. All of her free throws. And TJ, I don't think we've taken a break for about an hour.
No, we do need to take a quick timeout. 30 seconds taken by Coach Carpenter, so we'll take a 30-second timeout. Hobbs 56, LaCueva 42. We're back at 30 seconds on Eagle 100.5.
SunGuard Precision is
now Coach Kogan's giving the ref an earful.
When you want a job done right the first
she has
time,
no business doing
professionals.
That late girl was screaming at it.
Yeah.
Personal add-on, rhino line.
How do you defend that, right?
So much more. Give SunGuard Precision a call, 575-392-2960. Add some flair and style with LED wheel ring lights. SunGuard Precision stands by their work today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Look SunGuard Precision up on Facebook and names and numbers.
To Lady Eagle basketball for the state tournament at the Pit. And you're listening on Eagle 100.5 Hobbs Sports, YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. With the call, here is Ty Friend.
And Brett Clay will be back up on the line. We mentioned 6 of 7 from the charity stripe, all coming in the second half. In fact, she hasn't scored a bucket in the second half. It's all been free throws, Don.
Yeah, it's amazing. And here she goes, swishing again. She has been so solid. And Kendall Cunningham, one of the free throws for Hobbs in this game.
Clay with 15. LaCueva having some trouble with the double trap pressure in the backcourt. Armitage and Mojica on top of it. They get a steal at half court, and I think they're going to call that LaCueva for trying to dive to get it back. Romero jumps out at the Lady Eagles after the steal, and you saw bodies hit the court again. Lady Eagles put their bodies on the line, play after play.
Yeah, and LaCueva's just not going to go down. They're going to keep fighting, and literally, in that sense sometimes here.
Free throw situation, the double bonus coming up here for Mojica, who took a spill on that one. Yet to shoot a free throw. Does have 2 trays here in the fourth. Has 8 points for Hobbs. Free throw is up and a swish.
Beautiful. She's also got at least 3 assists in the game that I've marked down, maybe more than that. As Lady Eagles with, pretty good unselfish play here. Team ball in this quarterfinal game.
And without Hargrove here for much of the fourth. Second free throw is up and good. Both of them going down. She's got 10 points, double digits, 59-42. A steal at half court by Jayla David. Turnover number 13 for LaCueva. Pass over to right wing. Mojica fadeaway 3 is off the side of the rim and goes out of the baseline. Not the best shot selection when you have this lead with this much time remaining.
No, but I think right now, Hobbs is just trying to take shots. When they've got the ball, they're taking it. They've got a big lead. 59-42 is the score.
Half court chuck from the baseline. Goes over the Lady Bears' heads out of bounds. It didn't touch anybody, so Hobbs will get it back underneath their hoop as they've been trapping pretty pressure-filled here in this fourth quarter. Some subs going to come in for Hobbs. They will have the basketball and hopefully can try to run this clock out. We're tired of seeing stand out in the court with a 17-point lead with everything that's been going on in this one.
Yeah, 1:56 left in the game.
They inbound and go at the reverse slam quickly as Brett Clay almost an alley-oop. Her first bucket of the second half. She's got 17 off the left side of the rim. 61-42. Hobbs, their biggest lead is 19. Now Lady Eagles going to reach in the front court as LaCueva got past him momentarily. Should be a double bonus with the foul call there.
And it definitely looks like the Lady Eagles, will get this win. They'll move into the semifinals against Volcano Vista. Of course, we're going to talk about that after the game for sure. We got to finish this one, but Lady Eagles with that big lead here.
First shot is off the front of the rim for Romero. She's 0 for 1 on the line. I was waiting to see who they called that foul against. It was kind of a little push from behind.
Armitage.
Yeah, okay, so Armitage got that one. Thank you, TJ. That's the first on her. Double bonus both ways. Second shot is up and good for Romero. 1 for 2. She's got 3 points. 61-43, 18-point lead. They contest the inbound, gets knocked out. Good pressure there in the passing lane on the base for LaCueva's Tony Lucero. Hobbs basketball on the right baseline again in the backcourt. Up to Armitage on the near left side in front of the LaCueva bench. Crossover move as she's going to beat her defender Lyle across the time stripe. Gets to another defender and then gets shoved to the back to the ground. That's an aggressive foul by Lyle and getting very close to being a 2-shot to clear the lane type of situation. They will get the foul regardless. It's still 2 shots for the double bonus.
Yeah, they could very easily have called the flagrant on that.
I think so too.
Second on Lyle, that will be still double bonus as I mentioned, and that puts Armitage on the line, who's trying to get a free throw in this one, 0 for 4, but we're taking everything else she gives us on the court.
She's got 4 points in the game. She's also got like 3 rebounds and a couple of steals as well.
And lots of black and blue on her with all the bruises and going to the floor. I mean, she just dives on the floor when the ball's loose.
She's a real hustler. She's kind of a spark plug for the Hobbs girls when she comes in.
And makes the free throw on her second one. There we go. 5 points for Armitage. Bad inbound on the near side, a 62-43 ball game.
Oh, yeah.
And Cunningham getting a little bit too extracurricular, banged into a Cueva player. Triple team on the near right sideline.
I think that's it for her.
5 on her. I think that's what we got,
right?
Yeah. That's going to finish her up with 11 points and was also 1 of 4 from the line. Had 6 rebounds unofficially. We'll try to get all the correct numbers at the end here. But great game for Cunningham, banging with people the whole time. She gets a sub in for Madison Zapata on the court.
She was a really important part of this Hobbs victory today, as all are the Eagles are. Zapata comes in for her, by the way.
Cunningham averaging 9.9 a game coming into the contest. She's got 11 tonight, so great job for her. Romero misses her first free throw. 62-43, Hobbs by 19. Their biggest lead of the ball game in the fourth. Second shot good for Romero. She's got 4 total now. And now an 18-point game. 1:37 remaining. Inbound on the near left side. Driving hard. They keep fouling people. Does LaCueva. Madison Zapata going to go on the line now.
I think they're calling it a Lobato now.
Yep.
Yep.
So Lobato picks up her first. keep wanting to say double bonus, but you know that already, as it will put Madison Zepeda, and this is great, a chance to score for the first time tonight from the charity stripe.
Yeah, she's been a key player coming off the bench, in that second starting five, so to speak, for Hobbs all season long. And she often will sky up for rebounds. It's really interesting to see. Probably one of the shortest girls on the team, if not the shortest, but she's got some ups, and she's solid at the free throw line. She buries that first one.
All scorers for the Lady Eagles right now. All 7 of the scorers have had at least one free throw tonight, so they've been definitely earning everything they've got out on the court.
The white flag goes up for La Cueva as they put in 5 new girls from the bottom of the bench.
Right, and Zepeda can definitely pop a tray from game to game at times, too. She's capable.
She just popped 2 free throws through the net, 64-44. The biggest lead now is 20. Couple of passes for the bench personnel for La Cueva. They get it down to the left block. Trying to pivot out of pressure is Sullins. Tries to throw it up top, but still away from the Lady Eagles by Zepeda. That's La Cueva's 8-19 turnover. Up ahead to a breaking Brett Clay with the layup on the right side. She got her second bucket here in the fourth quarter. That's going to be a total of 19 overall and a timeout on the court. Hobbs up by 22, their biggest lead, TJ.
1:17 remaining in the ballgame. Hobbs 66, La Cueva 44. Hobbs Lady Eagles State Tournament basketball continues in 1 minute on Eagle 100.5.
Is your cost of rent through the roof? It might make sense to buy a home instead. If you're still renting and never thought you could afford a home, right now you may want to call your friends at Robinson & Associates. Robinson & Associates offers free consultations in English and in Spanish. Robinson & Associates want to guide you through the entire process and make it as simple as possible. Call Robinson & Associates today at 392-0266. That's 575-392-0266. Call Robinson & Associates today and let them earn your trust.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
Welcome back to the pit for Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball. State tournament action on Eagle 100.5, Hobbs Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com with a call. Tie friends.
1:13 remaining. Hobbs by 22 over La Cueva. Quarterfinals at the pit. As you mentioned, Don, it's La Cueva going to shoot a 3. And off the front of the rim by Sullins. Chased down for the Lady Eagles. Deep left corner by Seiss. Her first board. Bounce pass far right with new subs in the game to Via Navarro as she gets it across the timeline to the right wing to Muniz.
Muniz, Seiss, Godwin, and Cano all in for Hobbs too here.
Pass to Navarro on the right baseline on the pivot, double team underneath the hoop. Throws a hard one down to the left corner. 3 on the way for Cano. Off the rim, no good. And chased down by La Cueva on the far left sideline by Bingham, her first board. Bingham throws it back deep and gets it back at the timeline as she is guarded by Muniz. Cross court left, bad pass, but it's caught anyway. Shot on the way for 3 on the left side off the rim by Sullins. A rebound for the Lady Eagles by Godwin. Throws it ahead to a breaking Cano to the right side, double clutch. The ball hits the side of the backboard, but she is fouled going up as she was hammered pretty hard by Sullins for La Cueva.
Yeah, 23.4 seconds left in the game right now. 66-44 is your score. Hobbs girls are going to win this one.
Kylie Cano on the line to get her first chances at points in this contest to add to a big 22-point lead. 23.4 as you mentioned. Here's the free throw up, and it is a swish for Cano. She's in the books.
Always good to see all of the Lady Eagles be able to contribute in some way. In if they don't score, at least they're rebounding or stealing or assisting. They're contributing to the win.
8 scorers so far. Missed her second free throw. Loose on the baseline. The Lady Eagles get it. That's Muniz. Gives it back right base. Shot on the way for Navarro from about 10 feet out.
Wow.
Ball hits that side of the backboard again and goes out of bounds. She tried to lean into 2 defenders that time. It didn't work out.
Yeah, we saw the backboard come off in the Tatum girls game this morning out at Rio Rancho Event Center.
Wow.
Yeah, came up. They duct taped it back together.
Bad pass across the timeline. Picked away for the Lady Eagles by Seiss. And that'll be La Cueva's 15th turnover. Ball gets knocked out of bounds, and Seiss gets a dive, but she might have been bumped into. They're going to say she stepped out of bounds there, I believe. In front of the La Cueva bench, near right side, it will be La Cueva basketball. Lady Eagles 13 turnover. Inbounding is Sullins. Bad up top pass, and the Lady Eagles might have got the steal, or do they say they pushed to get the steal? Regardless, it was in the hands momentarily by Cano, and La Cueva ran her over, so that will be a turnover for La Cueva and a foul.
It's going to be on Romero, Paz Romero, in the game for the first time for La Cueva, as they also cleared their bench in this final, minute or two of this quarterfinal game, kind of with a line for the Lady Eagles.
16 La Cueva turnovers after that pickoff by Kano, and her free throws off the front of the rim, so she's missed her last two, is 1 of 3 now. Trying to pick up her second point of the ball game. 8.1 seconds remaining here at the pit, the nightcap game here on the campus of UNM, quarterfinal action. Second shot for Kano is a swish, 2 for 4 on the line. And now a 24-point lead, the biggest of the contest. Down to 6 seconds, coming across the timeline. Crossover move for Romero. Shot from the right elbow. Off the left side glass, no good. Rebound on the left block by Sullins. That will run out the clock. Your Hobbs Lady Eagles, a nail biter through much of the game, but pulled out in the fourth quarter. Kind of reversing what happened to them against this same team a few weeks ago here in Albuquerque at the APS Metro Tournament. The Eagles getting the double-digit win, though, 68-44 over La Cueva.
And we'll be back in 3 minutes for your Lady Eagle postgame show as Hobbs Lady Eagle State Tournament basketball continues on Eagle 100.5. NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships.
Real quick. And welcome back to Lady Eagle basketball from the state tournament on Eagle 100.5, Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle with the call Ty Friend and Coach Carpenter joining us in this postgame. Congratulations, Coach.
It'll be real quick because I got to get back up there right now for the media.
Yeah.
Coach kind of dicey out there, got a little rough there in the fourth quarter, but of course your Lady Eagles pulled out with some physical play, and he might have lost a player in the long run there, but still it was a very tough physical game there.
Ty Friend, our kids played their butts off. Hell yeah. Hobbs, we're in the Final Four. Let's go, baby.
Volcano Vista next, and great to have Coach Carpenter come over and spend just about a minute with us also.
Yeah, less than a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Boy, I know he's probably thinking about the next game and all that,
sure.
But the same with the situation. I mean, it's tough. You don't want to see a kid having to come out and head toe-to-toe that we saw in this game. I mean, not a way you would like to see it happen with some of the, not the, I would say fisticuffs, but just kind of extracurriculars that we saw in this one.
Yeah,
late.
Absolutely. It was just a tough game. We saw it. We saw it coming. We talked about it before the game. I didn't expect it to even be this physical of a game and this tough, but Hobbs prevailed, and they made it look easy. If you just saw this score at the end of the game, 68-44, you would think this was a runaway, and that this was not a nail biter for, at least a full 3/4 of the game like it was, Ty.
Yeah, right. I mean, at the halftime, Hobbs up by 10 or in the third quarter, and then they extended it to a 24-point lead. Just a lot of people stepping up. Hargrove had to leave in the fourth quarter, but still, physical play. It's not always easy to get through that because you're mad at the player, you're mad maybe at the ref call once in a while, and you get out of the mental game of it. But Hobbs just went back to physical basketball, got some steals. Really at the half-court line is where they were just kind of scavenging on top of the La Cueva squad.
Yeah, they went back to the basics, and they held it together better, than La Cueva, and that was the key. Back in the when it was all emotional and it was still just a few points difference of the game, we talked about that Hobbs needed to refocus, pull it in, and the team that was going to hold it together is going to hang together and prevail at the end.
And I think the biggest thing we saw, especially throughout much of this game, was you held their starters well underneath their averages. I mean, Love only had a total point production in this game well beneath what she usually gets. Averaged 16 a contest, and really was not even more close until later in the game when she started putting some down. But other than that, she wasn't doing much. Dyer did start to come on a little bit, but she had to leave in the fourth quarter too.
Absolutely. She ended up, Hobbs held her to 2 points in the first half. She came in, she scored 6 more in the second half before she fouled out.
Yeah, Love with 15, that's 1.5 underneath her average, and Dyer finished with 10, that's about 6 underneath her average, and those two usually combine, for 30 or some points a game.
Oh, absolutely. So Hobbs doing a good job. They came out, they did their job. Despite, a really tough game physically, they did their job. It held together, and now they get the chance to go against Volcano Vista, a team that they have beaten. The Volcano Vista, Hobbs beat them in the Albuquerque Metro tournament as well. The Hobbs also has beaten them in the Hobbs Holiday Tournament this year. They beat Volcano Vista in the final last year to win the state tournament. So Volcano Vista wants to gun for them, but they can't come in with as much confidence knowing that they have already fallen to the Lady Eagles big time this year.
Should also mention, too, Volcano Vista won a squeaker earlier today against number 5 Mayfield. Volcano Vista's number 4, 35-31. Low-scoring contest. So that kind of screeching their way into that semifinal. And Coach said La Cueva was the toughest in the field right now. He proved that with a big win here, even though it's double digits. It was a close game. But Volcano Vista, I don't think, is going to try to play as close as they did with Mayfield against the Lady Eagles.
No, and the Lady Eagles can't take that game for granted, though. They're going to have to come in and really, really fight, because at the end of that, they're going to go against either Sandia or Farmington. And they've beaten Sandia this year, but Farmington, wow, Farmington is a good team, 26-4 on the season, and we'll see who survives between Sandia and Farmington on that.
TJ, want to get the quick points there? A lot of people getting part of this offense tonight.
Hobbs did a fantastic job tonight. 4 scores in double digits, led by Brett Clay with 19 points, 11 points for Bryn Hargrove, 11 points for Kendall Cunningham, 10 points for Nakaya Mojica. Then you had 8 points in the books for Jayla David, 5 for Aliana Armitage, 2 points Madison Zepeda, 2 points Kylie Cano. The scores for your Hobbs Lady Eagles tonight, and they did wind up with 34 rebounds in the game to 33 for the other team, and just came on big in the second half, and was good to see them pull out the win, but a very tough one.
Caused 21 turnovers compared to just 14 for Hobbs. That was critical, and we saw a lot more people getting involved in the defense there in the fourth quarter with the traps, which really got those the balls moving in transition. So definitely a good comeback for the Lady Eagles in terms of aggressiveness and keeping the mental game there in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. Looking forward to Volcano Vista. That'll be on Friday afternoon at 1:15 right here at the pit, and we'll have the game again right here on Eagle 100.5. It'll be on Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Well, I'd like to see the numbers tonight, too. 68 points to 44. I mean, kind of a low-scoring numbers that we saw earlier today in the 5A. Not this time around. The Lady Eagles showed that they can get the big numbers when they need to, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with against Volcano Vista.
They certainly are, and we will have that for you. Of course, we wrap up day 1 of the 2024 NMAA State Basketball Tournament. 2 wins for Lee County today. 2 more games for you tomorrow. We'll be with you about 11:30 from Rio Rancho Event Center for the Eunice Cardinals taking on the Pecos Panthers, and then back here at the pit at 3 o'clock as the Lovington Wildcats will take on the Valley Vikings. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball tonight has been brought to you by NMR Pipeline, Lee County State Bank, TDS, the First American Bank